end in the normal way it does. Okay, I'll keep that in mind for next time. Anyways, hello everybody. It's me, Gene. We will be joining me when he's done in the shower. So right now, let's get right to Fans of Fiction. Here we go.
So you can take me to the village?
I gotta turn this shit down, because it's loud as fuck. 1 second. 1 second. Turn that shit all the way up. Let's turn it down to that. And there we go. Look at that dark elf. Look how evil she looks. She looks super evil. Super evil.
Village?
I'm the village chief's daughter, so I have a teleportation spell. It will be instant.
Oh boy.
I'm sure you don't need to be told not to tell anybody about me, right?
My lips are sealed.
Let's do that.
Normally, I would never let a human into the village, but
Look at
it
her
was a
eyes.
request from my dear husband.
Sorry about this. Teleporting is a really draining spell, right?
Oh, not to worry. My dear husband has promised me a reward. Perhaps I shall ask for a child.
Oh boy.
Right. Well, good luck.
I have already sent him there, so he will meet you upon your arrival. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Have a safe trip.
Oh boy. Alright, now from that. Meme.
I don't think I can pet him. Oh.
Can you pet the evil looking dog? Pet the dog.
Pet. Oh, what a good boy.
Arm gone. Literally, arm gone. You didn't want to pet that dog. That dog was doing nothing good. Alright, first video.
With his curse.
We believed it but an entertainer, hired to delight the nobles.
Playback speed.
How
Now keep it normal.
terribly wrong we were.
Oh yeah.
I hid in the rafters and watched in dread as highborn and servants all danced in mad unison. At first, it seemed like everyone was thrilled and full
Hold the Mountain King.
of joy. But after hours,
Slanesh.
they still pirouetted on shattered legs and laughed with ruptured lungs. Even when their bones cracked like dry kindling, they only danced
fine.
faster.
It's fine.
By the end, the ballroom was a red house of contorted bodies. As many lay on the floor, their legs and arms still
Also,
twitched
chat,
as
be sure to play the
if
movie
some
caption contest.
cursed
Thank you.
fiddle playing on.
Yeah, don't make me have to break the tie, assholes.
Oh, hi, Weeb. Welcome.
Hello.
Hole with only silence.
Ba-da.
Death.
You like the Hall of the Mountain King?
His music.
Yes.
Eternally.
That's what's playing in the background. Hear it? It was.
Yes.
Whenever mortals indulge in unrestrained revelry and
Ah, boy.
sensation, there is a chance this creature of chaos will appear,
Yep.
as
The
is
Mask of
summoned
Slanesh.
by the sheer intensity of the experience.
What up, boobs? I mean, Bobs.
Decadent feasts,
Don't show
cult
Bob's and
rituals,
Vagine though.
lavish operas.
I'm not the porkish immigrant.
Many a lore keeper has noted the pattern. At the height of some extravagant celebration, a mysterious performer in an ornate mask and silken attire will manifest seemingly from nowhere. In one moment, she is but another dancer amid the festivities. In the
United.
next, guests and onlookers alike are seized by her enchanted rhythm, and everything seems to spiral into chaos. The Imperial records are rife with suppressed stories of such horror.
Look at those things. They're creepy. Snake people.
Yes. Crappy paper.
Before we continue,
Ed.
I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, Motto Immortal.
Oh,
Advertisement.
titties though. Look at those titties.
Yeah, I heard about that, Mr. Boob.
Dark, elegant fantasy with deep strategic
Didn't we
gameplay.
talk about that like
In Motto
2 weeks
Immortal,
ago now?
You build powerful teams by
Feels like 2
collecting
weeks.
deity cards
Oh, no.
from both Eastern and Western
Oh no,
mythologies.
since it's still
But
sad.
this isn't just about
I
cards
blame
and
Gene.
stats.
It
The
was
game
Porky's
leans
fault,
heavily
really.
into
He left out the
mysticism,
rat poison.
featuring tarot divinations, cosmic
Titties.
constellations.
Okay, so it's
and
a
even
it's
gods and
Chinese thirst trapping. I get it. Okay, the accursed maiden.
Among the myriad entities of chaos, few stories are as tragic and terrifying as that of the Mask of Slaanesh.
Look at that art. That's old art. That's old Hammer
Known
art.
also by grim epithets. Such
Old
as the Eternal
Hamar. You
Dancer,
say, what is this old
the Accursed
Hamar?
Maiden,
Yep,
and the Darkling Deceiver.
it do be the older
She
hammer.
was once the most
Old.
favored handmaiden of Slaanesh,
Oh boy.
the Dark Prince of Excess. In ages past, the Mask's performances were said to enrapture even the most jaded of audiences. Mortal kings and emperors of old were rumored
This guy's totally a vampire. Look at him.
He's totally a pork
to
fire, bro.
pledge entire kingdoms for a single flawless dance, and even
His
rival
vacationing in
chaos gods
High ran his
paused
last photo of
to
his
marvel
soy
at
jack
her
face
grace.
pointing at a stealth bomber.
This peerless demoness
Many such cases.
earned Slaanesh's deepest favor with dances of unrivaled beauty and skill.
Again, I blame Porky.
She would soothe her dark gods.
Something about him
with
just
moods
makes it like
by
he did it.
combing his
Hey, you know,
lustrous
he's a
hair
petty guy.
and performing acrobatic
Mm-hmm.
displays of exquisite
'Cause he's
arts
sleepy.
whenever his human
I can be petty
spirit
too, Gene.
The Chaos Gods are creatures
Or-
of pure caprice and malice. Their whims as volatile as the warp storms that howl their names. They are never at peace, for rivalry is etched into the marrow of their being. Though they may forge alliances, such pacts are as fragile as lies whispered in
Ooh,
the
look,
dark.
maggots. Except those are still not
Often
maggots. You wanna know what
made
those are in
only
his
to
mouth
be
too?
shattered
Can
in
you
the
guess?
next breath.
To make it look like
This
maggots?
eternal
that?
struggle is
Those were
known among the
mealworms.
wise and the
They always
damned
model
alike
maggots after mealworms
as the
because
great
mealworms are just so
game.
big looking bugs.
It is a war.
Real maggots
without
aren't really as
end or
big.
boundary, fought across
Maggots are
the
kinda
churning
small.
tides of the warp, and within the
So then why is
souls
Porky
of
so large?
He's a
armies of
lanklet.
demons
That's what his
clash
problem
on a
is.
scale beyond comprehension. Their battles echoing through
Makes
time
sense.
and space.
Bom,
It is
bom,
through
bom,
this
bom, bom,
brutal
bom, bom,
competition
bom, bom.
that equilibrium is perversely maintained. Should one god ascend too far, the others will unite in treachery to drag their rival low. Thus,
So what you're telling me is the Chaos Gods are a bucket of crabs.
the great
Yes.
game rages eternally. For the simple truth that no god will ever permit another to reign supreme. And such it was that in this great game, Slaanesh was tricked into an unwinnable war against his brothers Khorne and Nurgle,
By Zinch.
orchestrated by none other than
Yeah.
the deceiver Tzeentch.
Strog's favorite.
The devastating war, later lamented as the Provocation Wars, ended in bitter defeat and humiliation for the Prince of Pleasure. Despair and anger swirled in Slaanesh's heart at this loss. It was then, at the worst possible moment, that the mask sought to cheer her master with her most passionate dance yet.
Oh boy.
What was meant as comfort appeared to Slaanesh as
Slaanesh.
in the perfect grace of her performance, the prideful god perceived only scorn and barbed ridicule aimed at his wounded vanity. In a sudden wrathful fury, Slaanesh condemned his beloved dancer for this imagined slight.
Yes.
The Dark Prince's voice rose in a curse that echoed across
It's got a
the
nipple
realm
clamp
of
like Porky.
chaos,
Oh yeah.
damning the mask to dance eternally without rest. If dancing was what she loved,
Then dancing
dance
is what
she
she'll
would
do.
forever. Slaanesh's sorcery
That's right.
branded this command into her very essence,
Rip.
forcing motion upon her limbs for all time. Never again would she know respite or slake her own desires.
Nope.
Her fate was sealed in that moment of divine ire. A cruel
Nice model, though.
punishment
For
from
looking
the
like a.
god
I
she
think they have like
once
the old
served
one and the
so
newer one. The newer one looks really good. The Curse of the
Not
Eternal Gods.
cringe.
Thus did the mask
The
of Slanesh
Grizz.
fall from her exalted place into cursed exile.
It could have.
Now she
Again,
dances
if it was grids, it was
heedlessly across
definitely pork.
eternity,
Oh yeah.
an immortal puppet of relentless movement. It is said that music only she can hear forever fills her mind. Driven mad by its ceaseless melody, she capers and pirouettes through both the immaterium and the mortal world, unable to pause even for a heartbeat. Her once joyous art has become an endless burden.
The burden.
Yet she has turned this curse into a potent and horrific weapon.
Ooh,
In the
spooky.
demon-haunted
models.
halls of Slanesh's own realm, the mask's dance still retains a twisted beauty. She performs grand balletic acts that reenact
Yes, balletic
Slanesh's
means like
triumphs
balleric, I guess.
and
Like
tragedies
being ballet.
in stylized
Ballet,
form.
I guess. That's. I guess. I don't.
Ballet.
In the legendary dance of dreaming,
Mm.
she and her demon chorus move in languid, hypnotic steps, portraying the unborn slumber of a nascent prince. By contrast, her pageant of pain
It's very pink.
is a
Unlike
frenzied
Porky, who
display
was a
commemorating
nascent
one of Slanesh's
princess.
bloody victories over Khorne. A manic tableau that ends with the dancers clawing at their own eyes and throats in ecstatic agony. As her golden mask shifts from one visage to another to suit each role, her curse grants her performances an otherworldly power. Some who witness the mask's routines claim that the dances show not only past glories, but visions of dark fates yet to come. Indeed, scholars speculate that
Wow,
her
we didn't know
endless
you were in
dance
some Warhammer art. Look at that.
spans
Oh, yeah,
all
dude.
of time, even foreshadowing future
I'm big chillin'
apocalypses.
with my candle hat.
And you're
Tales
posting
speak
stuff
of
on the
bizarre
walls.
Scenes glimpsed
Got
in
to,
her
nigga.
routines,
Ran out of room
such
on my
as the
desk.
binding of the elven trickster god Loic,
Loic.
or the burning of Nurgle's garden. Even
Rude.
a final cataclysmic duel of gods at the end of all days. Those few mortals who survive encountering such a performance remember only shattered impressions. The smell of ash and roses, the sense of time
Was there a kiss
distorted,
from the rose on the gray though?
and the agony of their own
If only.
bodies
Let's ask the real
pushed
questions.
far beyond their mortal limits. Whether in the realm of chaos or upon mortal soil, the mask's cursed dance is fatally enthralling. So irresistible is her supernatural rhythm.
God, look
that
at her
any being
eyes.
nearby, mortal or
She's got that
demon,
crab claw.
is compelled to join her in
She
her
clawing.
performance. She moves with impossible grace,
Oh
each
God.
step a seductive invitation, laced with compulsion. To look upon the mask as she dances is to doom oneself.
Doomed.
Knights and peasants alike, no matter their willpower or faith, find their feet moving in time with her sinister music before they even realize it. Her victims become unwilling partners in a macabre ballet of death,
Ballet.
their faces transfixed with bliss or horror
Was-
as they match
Blur?
the tempo. As the dance continues,
Wow.
the pace inexorably quickens. Dancers spin faster and leap higher than human bones can endure.
Oh boy.
Muscles tear and bones splinter under strain. Yet still the damned dancers whirl
Claw.
on,
There's a claw. Oh, they
unable
got
to stop.
feet. She's got cloven feet.
Until one by one, their bodies give out in gruesome fashion. Witnesses describe victims collapsing, having their hearts burst, or their limbs literally worn down to the bone. Their final breaths expended, and a final
God, look at the tongue.
exhausted pirouette. When the dance ends, if it ever truly does, the mask simply dances onwards, laughing madly, leaving behind a circle of mangled bodies. Often the leftovers remain in a grotesque posture of dance, some still twitching in rhythm to a silent,
My two computers are saying
infernal
completely
melody
different things.
long after life has flowed.
The one I'm streaming on says temps
Such
to
is the
rise, while the
fate she
fucking Titan's saying
brings.
temps to plummet.
Death
What are you
in
trying
the
to
most
tell me?
bizarrely joyous
What are you
manner
trying to tell
imaginable.
me?
To face the mask in battle
It's tornado
is a
time.
nearly impossible
I don't think so.
challenge. For one's own body betrays any intent to fight. The creature's siren allure tugs at the mind and limbs of her foes. Male or female, young or old, all mortals risk being drawn into that lethal dance.
Drawn
rather than
into
striking
the
at demon.
dance.
Only the
Like Forky, the
strongest
Lord of
wills
the Dance.
or the most blessed
No, he's the lord of not
protection
wearing
For-
pants.
can hope to
For he has
resist her
mastered
pull.
River Dance.
Some theologians of
He
the
can't
empire
even use his two
speculate
legs.
that perhaps only those utterly
That's what he wants
without
you to
passion
believe.
or desire could resist the mask's call. And such soulless individuals are exceedingly rare. Unsurprisingly, few who have encountered this hellish dancer live to tell the tale. Most are found among the dead, with ecstatic smiles
Wow, it's also
or
Weeb.
terror still etched on their lifeless faces.
Nice hat.
Thank you.
Though
Incursion
cursed
and
to
record
wander
encounters.
eternally, the mask does not aimlessly drift. She is drawn like a moth to the brightest flames of excess and decadence in the mortal world. In cultured Marienburg, a tale endures
Marienburg.
of a night where an entire theater troupe and its audience disappeared. Supposedly, after a mysterious velvet-clad ballerina took the stage for the final act. They were all found days later as dried-out husks, standing in mid-dance.
Monster.
In the courts of Bretonia, bards sing in hushed tones of La Danse Macabre de Coron,
A dance macabre.
when a masked stranger turned a royal gala into a storm of destruction.
Oh boy.
Dozens of nobles were found the next morning collapsed in a circle, faces locked in expressions of rapture and agony. Their hearts had stopped in unison in the final note. And in the dark
got
underbelly
4
of
titties.
Altdorf, witch hunters have uncovered hidden Slaneshi cults whose secret ceremonies were visited by a whirling demonette. The few survivors, if they can be called such, were reduced to mindless, bliss-addled shells, swaying to music that no one could hear.
Sounds great.
Each story underscores the same dreadful truth. When the mask appears, doom follows. Not only at gatherings of pleasure does the mask make her presence felt. Battlefields too.
I'm still looking forward for when
seen
the
her
Total
accursed
War
dance.
40k
Often
comes
she
out.
accompanies the demonic legions
Oh, yeah,
of
dude.
Slanesh during
should be
chaos
good.
incursions, flitting through the fierce fights with otherworldly grace.
Boom! Oh god.
Amid the fury of war, she is a bizarre sight.
There she
A
is, right in the middle.
live, laughing figure, twirling through sprays of blood and fire. Her performance in battle is deadly inspiration, As she dances, Slaaneshi lesser demons like demonettes fight with frenzied exuberance, galvanized by her example.
Oh boy.
Enemy soldiers find their courage sapped and minds clouded by an alluring dread. Some throw down their blades to join the performance rather than resist. Veteran commanders of the Empire have recorded instances of chaos incursions where entire regiments fell into disarray.
Thank you.
Not by sorcery, nor by force of arms, but by suddenly breaking into wanton dance amidst combat, only to die under the enemy's blades. Only later do these commanders realize with horror that they had faced the mask of Slaanesh herself, acting as herald of an army of excess.
Oh boy.
In those rare cases where a courageous hero or a blessed knight manages to strike at the mask, the demon is banished in a flash of iridescent light, her laughter echoing as her essence spirals back to the chaos realm.
So it's like, oh, you got me, but I don't care.
But
I don't care you got me. I don't care that you got me.
The mask always returns.
What an asshole. Like, at least, you know, like, good show.
To continue her terrible performance at Slaanesh's whim. She is immortal and unbound by mortal time.
Well, yeah, it's a demon.
No defeat is ever permanent. As a cursed, immortal creature, she simply dances away through the veil between worlds. Her fate tethered only to the capriciousness of her dark god and the pull of mortal excess. Few in the post-imperial age know of the mask's tale. The Empire's theologians and bright wizards.
Speaking of Nurgle and Slaanesh apparently proposed to his blacked and busted hoe. Wow.
Yet among scholars of the arcane and servants of the church,
gross.
The mask's name
mate, a wife is not the answer to all your
Her
problems.
existence
But curry, should make a good curry, weeb.
is proof of the
My try call not.
You know, if you made a good curry, it might be a different story.
Even the most favored servant, the Prince of Pleasure,
Boom.
was cast down on a whim, doomed to endless torment. In that sense, the Mask of Slaanesh stands as a grim lesson for those who traffic in excess and temptation. Her endless dance is a dark mirror of mortal folly. A fate that symbolizes how the gifts of Slaanesh inevitably turn to damnation. The scholarly tomes of the Ordo Malleus, those few that mention her, describe the mask as a perverse muse who heralds death in ecstasy.
Oh, hi, Jemby.
And urges extreme caution. Should strange music play with no source, or a mesmerizing dancer appear where she ought not to,
Back away slowly.
Soul must shut his eyes.
Back away slowly and pay your bills.
And flee.
Is that my nigga Ramon?
To watch even a moment of the mask's performance.
What up, Ramon?
Is to invite
Ramon.
A beautifully choreographed doom.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum,
In the end,
bum.
the mask's story resonates as both tragedy and nightmare. Once an icon of peerless art and devotion, she is now a monstrous instrument of chaos, forever denied the peace of stillness.
That's not her. That was a keeper of secrets. This looks closer to her, probably.
Spells out the doom of those caught in her thrall. In the annals of the old world, amidst
it's a human noble who looks like a vampire being seduced by two dark elves.
Heroes and horrors alike.
Probably Slaanesh cultists.
The Mask of Slaanesh endures as an especially unnerving
What's good,
legend.
Ouija? Says Ramen.
A demon whose dance
Shit,
none can
not much.
resist,
Watching the game, having a
and
bud.
one of the cruelest manifestations of Slaaneish's dark gifts. As long as lust and excess live in mortal hearts, the eternal dancer shall never truly vanish. Somewhere, at some lavish gathering,
Somewhere
or
someone
war-torn
said you
field,
down soon.
under a cacophony of music and screams,
It's
the
fine.
mask dances still.
Alright. That was our first long video for tonight. Let's move on. My girlfriend still got it. Name of this video.
Sorry, I slept in.
You must have been really tired. You're
Titties.
usually
Oh,
up
God.
before me.
I guess we stayed up too late last night.
Sorry, you were just so... want some coffee?
Yes, please. I'll make you dinner tonight, okay?
Don't you have work?
Oh, I was going to come back here after. Should I not?
Nope, that's fine. I'll be waiting.
We still have a few hours till my shift starts, so...
Oh boy. Now a meme.
Nap time.
Nobody knows.
Here we go. Daddy explaining every Primarch. Here we go. You ready for it? Lionel Johnson.
Yep, let's go.
Here we go.
The system better than me.
There is nobody that respects women more than I do.
Nobody knows more about construction than I do.
I know the angles. I know every angle. I know more about offense than they will ever understand.
Nobody builds walls better than me. Destruction, terrorism, and weakness.
Nobody's better to people with disabilities than that. Nobody knows much more about technology than I do. He's like a maniac, okay? And you got to give him credit. There's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am. Very unattractive person, both inside and out. I understand things. I comprehend
Yes.
very well, okay?
I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Nobody loves the Bible more than I do.
There's nobody that's done so much for equality as I have.
I think I know more about the other side than almost anybody.
Tough cookies. I better not mention their names, and two of them are friends of mine.
Thanks, Tom Bolt.
Alright, here we go. From Flash Kits. Why humans are in 40k are the good guys, actually. Here we go.
Actually. Today we're going to be talking about Warhammer 40k and clearing the record about humanity. 40k is supposed to be a satire of fascism and super zealous religiosity mixed in with state, but the super fascism of the Imperium is actually logically necessary to avoid extinction.
I want a fact check on whether it's really designed to, like, make fun of fascism, because that's the shit you hear trotting about, but, like, where's the proof? Who said that?
Drop a fact check on screen.
AI.
My voice sped up.
Shut the fuck up.
So today
Shut
we're
the
going
fuck
to
up.
look at the evil things that the Imperium is accused of by the hordes of unwashed masses online, and why they're actually entirely right and justified.
Entry number 1. Daily sacrifice of psychers to the Golden Throne. The Imperium rounds up roughly 1,000 innocent psychers every day and sacrifices them to the Golden Throne to sustain the Emperor's psychic presence.
Why does it look like the Emperor sitting on top of the Bass Pro Shop?
Because he has
It's
to.
enabling Astronomicon navigation and preventing total collapse of warp travel across the Imperium.
I just wanted to be clear, it does look like
let
the
me
Bass
lay
Pro
that down
Shop
for the
pyramid.
normies watching who aren't fucking turbo dorks like us. Imagine the entirety of the globe is reliant on a single lighthouse. All navigations, airplanes, FedEx. If you want your fucking Funko Pops to arrive before Christmas, it's dependent on these navigation systems. Now imagine they're all powered by this one lighthouse. And if that goes down, the whole system collapses and you have to beat each other to death with rocks again, like days of yore. What price would be too much to keep that going? Because that's what this is. If the Emperor dies, literally I'm sorry. Literally humanity is fucking doomed. Doomed.
Doomed.
The Emperor dies.
MF doomed.
So, you know, he's plus also
All
our
caps
psychers,
when you
like,
say the man's
potential
name.
vessels to demons coming out and like killing everyone if they're not controlled.
Causing a bunch of problems anyway.
Yeah, what's next? Consider that fucking put to bed. Necessary. Boom, necessary.
You're an adult! At least that's what our YouTube demographics say. Which means you're probably watching this from a sad padded cell you've been meaning to decorate for years, neutered of all the joy and creativity you once had. Luckily, there's a way out. With this video
How did he know,
sponsor,
Gene?
Displate.
Because they've been fed information from Sky robots and Porky. The Porky just whispers it to be like, "Hey, you know my buddy
That's
Weeb?
Raider.
He lives this way. It's funny to me that I tell people. It's like really funny."
What an asshole!
Now, anyways, let's move past display because I don't care.
I hope he gets diddled by a clown, a gay
A
one,
spider clown.
Entire worlds. Imperial
and a
authorities
spider.
regularly enact exterminatus, destroying all life on the planet, often billions or trillions of civilians, to prevent chaos, tyrannid, or xenos contamination from spreading. Justification? Easy. If a whole world has been plunged to either demonic incursion, where everyone is getting pegged to death by Slaneshi demons, or the Tyrannids are just gonna strip it of all of its biomass and use it to make more warriors and stuff, like, yeah, fucking blow the shit up. We do that all the time, and it makes sense. Like, in Wars of Yore, that's my word for today. In Wars of Yore, you burn
Still
the
got
grain
those
fields
AI
so the stupid fucking
clips.
Romans who come to your little island, which was doing nothing wrong, and try and steal your shit, you burn it down so they have a hard time.
So this is going to be the common theme of this whole video, is the problem of chaos. In your fiction, you introduce this thing that's so powerful and corrosive that if there's just a little drip of it, it legitimately poses this threat to the entire planet anyway. So it very quickly becomes rational. Yeah, we have to blow up the whole planet and kill 1 trillion people.
Plus also, like, there's loads of people. What's a trillion?
Well, yeah, so you get into this consequentialist thing of this many people die now saves X
Black
number of
hole
people,
long.
you know? People say, oh, well, if it was all
Won't
about
you
consequentialism,
come
then
and
we
stop
could go to the
hurting
doctors,
my
right?
chest?
Just going in for a
Black
checkup,
hole
and
lung.
puts you to sleep, and
Won't
harvests
you
your organs
stop?
to save 5
I don't want to
people of your organs
get
right now, or
my
you're gonna die. And some
freaking
people argue,
pop.
by consequentialism, that would be better, just like we're saying,
I
well,
actually bought
we kill
soda
this
today
planet
for
and
the
save
first
all
time
these
in
other
ages.
planets, right?
You bought soda? What soda did you
That's
buy?
the thing is, like,
I
it's
bought
never just gonna be a binary,
Coca-Cola
is it? How about
vanilla
if you
and
go to the
Coca-Cola
doctors
cherry
and,
float.
instead of saving 5 people, he steals
They have
your
a Dr.
organs
Pepper
to
strawberry now.
save the entire fucking planet.
saw that.
I mean, you might say no, but that's
I've had
why
it like
you
one
do-
time
you
before.
kinda-
It's
you weigh
okay.
it up. It's
I
not
don't-
just
I
a
don't know.
binary like, well,
It's
we do
okay.
entirely consequentialism and nothing else.
It's about scale.
Yeah, it's about scale and impact, you fucking idiot.
And I wonder how repetitive this video is going to be, because it more or less boils down to the same argument every
Dude,
time.
I'll keep beating them over the head with this until they get it. What's next? Boom, justified. Has to happen.
Number 3, genocide of peaceful Xeno civilizations.
Do we
Uh-oh.
even need to answer this one? Maybe because they're fucking gross. You think about that? 3 eyes,
Yeah.
4 limbs. Does that seem normal to you?
Boom, justified.
Boom, justified.
Boom.
Fucking gross.
Let's talk about it a little more anyways, though.
Don loves to talk about skull shapes. Go ahead.
Imperial
Skull shapes.
doctrine mandates the eradication of all alien species, even those that are non-hostile or diplomatically inclined, under the belief that coexistence is heresy. The justification given is imperial history records countless examples of initially peaceful Xeno species later turning predatory or subversive.
Dude, I was gonna say that was gonna be my reasoning without even knowing it's the Imperium's reasoning. I'm so aligned.
Yeah, fascism.
Well, that's not what I said.
That's not what I said.
This is all bulletproof satire.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you come across the Tau, and they're little blue fish people in caves.
The Tower of Space Communists. Literally. They're space
They
communists.
are.
You're like, what am I gonna do? Just kill these innocent fish people? You come back 3,000 years later, and they're shooting railguns at.
Oh my
They're
god.
shooting railguns at you, and as soon as every alien species is gone, there'll be peace. We'll all get along.
This gets back to the satire thing. The whole point in satire is to set up kind of a thought experiment.
Dr. Pepper
with
Vanilla Good?
fiction
Oh,
to
shit.
illuminate a truth about reality. Like
Of course I
our
got
society.
the AI
But
clips.
if the
I mean, AI clips of
experiment
Porky
equals
saying
actually,
that he
yeah, that
likes
makes a
man
lot of
wiener.
sense.
Does this one make a lot of sense?
Well, if
I was just being funny.
Towlanders.
if
Yeah.
in world they
That's right.
tend to grow up to be
The
Tau,
Towlanders.
Yeah.
So do you think 40K should have hardcore subjugation and colonialism? Right?
You're like, this is effective satire of fascism because instead we could be 19th century expansionists.
but if they were not
The funniest thing about it, though, is that, I mean, when it gets to other factions or parts in Warhammer 40k, it's like even still people in the Imperium, like rogue traders, they'll hire fucking people on the Imperium doesn't give a shit. Like they'll hire fucking aliens.
Well, because they have
Yes.
the writ of trade from the Emperor. That's
Yes,
they can do that.
Yes, they do. And they have to have
Something Corky will never get because he's never around.
Nope. So the two that are actually interesting species that I have seen or know because of Rogue Trader stuff that you can technically have is, oh, hey, do you want a fucking orc? Sure. Are they a Blood X? Sure, that's fine then. Or hey, do you want a doctor? Well, guess what? The doctor on the ship's a fucking flesh crafter Dark Eldar. Have fun with that one.
Yeah, good luck, nigga. It works for me though, so you better not fuck with him. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, he works for me.
I'm telling you now, like he's my guy.
Yeah, he's
Don't.
my guy. He's a great doctor as he tortures several people to get good information out of them. He's trustworthy. He's got my seal of approval. I'm the rogue trader, not you.
19th century expansionists, it would track with what they have to do to.
That would be
survive.
the two choices I would end up being on if I was playing a rogue trader game with Weeb. It'd either be his fucking orc bodyguard or a fucking flesh shaper doctor. It'd be great.
Dude,
We would love it.
We had the biggest
Right,
power
Weeb?
disparity.
I
We still
already
got fucking
hate it.
booted out of a bunch of places because appetite for it left. Like we drained all of our treasure with a bunch of shit. We're just like, man, we can't keep doing this. Too expensive.
So what is the Imperium to do, Tom? Because colonialism isn't gonna work. Maybe they used to try that.
Shit.
By Jove, Don, you're right. The only solution is to kill them all. Fuck.
Back to a plan A.
Boom, justified.
Please help us poke holes
Yes.
in that one. But from where we're sitting, that seems to be the only.
What are we gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You know,
Bring them into the fold, and then you got a bunch of blogs running the Imperial system. Are they gonna want to feed psychers to the Emperor? What then?
The orcs just want to fight the
Yeah,
Emperor.
next question.
He's a big man. He thinks they're the
Enforced
war
worship of
boss.
the
They want to fight him because
The
he's big.
Imperium enforces mandatory religious worship of the Emperor as a god.
Speaking of things that just get allowed, let's go back there real quick. You saw him, didn't you? Let's see if we go back.
Worship of the Emperor. The Imperium enforces.
Oh, yep. Who's that standing right next to Girly Man there? Would that be his Dark Eldar girlfriend? Sorry, his Eldar girlfriend?
How dare you?
How dare you point out the fact he has his Dark Eldar girlfriend right there?
God, executing or imprisoning those who reject the imperial cult, even when dissent is peaceful. Justification? Simple. This goes back to the demons. Unfortunately, because demons are real in 40k, the only way to really, like, repel them is through faith. And, like, praying to the Emperor makes him powerful in the warp, which, yeah, you kind of have to have if you don't want demons to be...
Dark Elder Flesh Crafter screening you for colon cancer?
Yeah, I think we tried it.
No.
I don't like that idea at all.
Gotta go back. It all just kind of spins out of control.
Do you know what? Turns out shame was a good thing. And maybe that's what the Imperial cult understands.
Maybe we found the satire.
What, how?
Maybe Games Workshop is saying Christianity was the way. Oh,
Dude, the satire is actually against moral degradation and societal decay.
Being a goddamn atheist.
Being a stupid atheist dickhead. Open and shut case, honestly.
Boom justified.
Boom justified.
All right, what's next?
Number 5, suppression and erasure of human cultures. Human worlds that diverge from imperial religion, governance, or technology are often forcibly reconquered, with local cultures erased and replaced by imperial dogma. Kind of the same as talking about religion and stuff, you know?
Problem is, boys, you need a good unified front. We can't keep infighting. It's like, it's all well and good for everyone to be like a special, unique snowflake or whatever, but when the enemy's at the gates, you know, you want to be that one twig.
You want to be boom justified.
Or like the many twigs. I think Martin explained it best in The Simpsons.
Who?
Just put a clip up.
He's right. Individually, we are weak, like a single twig. But as a bundle, we form a mighty...
A mighty faggot, yep.
Or, in other words, retards
That's right.
together.
Boom justified?
Whatever, justified. I don't care.
Yeah, boom, justified.
Space Marine chapters recruit children, often as young as 8 to 12 years old. subjecting them to lethal trials where most candidates die.
Oh my god.
Justification. We need Space Marines clearly, otherwise no one's gonna be buying any models.
In the actual lore, Space Marines are some of the most powerful individual warriors in the entire universe.
Sorry, I see ramen. Nothing can wash away the horrors that is a Nurgle courtesy flush.
That is true.
So if you're facing extinction level,
I mean, he's just
events
honestly
from
trying to
all
help.
sides, from
Like,
aliens
so
and
maybe
stuff,
like a little
you need those
rude.
guys. And it's
trying
kind
his
of like we were saying
best.
earlier. It's, you know, handful of 8-year-olds here and there to drop in the bucket.
Yeah, like what does kind of undo this, and I'll just say this so that we can counter it or something. Space Marines are kind of fucking dog shit.
What do you mean?
Sorry, Don.
No.
If a gene stealer, which can be made in like 5 seconds by squirting baby batter on the floor, can kill a Space Marine with its claws, like...
Yeah, there is too much stuff that one-shots them.
Yeah.
Probably.
They're just not effective, like, if you spend 5 seconds thinking about it.
I think it's more tempered in the books, though, versus, like, the actual game. Like, yeah, Gene Stealers being the one stupid exception, because they're so cheap for Tyranids and so lethal to armor. And obviously there's, like, elites in other armies that have weapons that can kill them easily, but those are relatively characterized as sort of rare, you know? Like, you can't have, like, 1,000 of those cheaply marching on you.
Yeah, but kinda, like, a Space Marine would still get taken out by a fucking hefty shell from a tank. You drop a squad of Space Marines on a planet and they're like, dude, planet's done for, Space Marines are here. But it's like, if almost any weaponry that can take out a tank can take out a Space Marine, and most planets surely have a bunch of that shit. They just have plot armor.
I think the power scaling's been off.
100%. Again, it's numbers, right? How many orcs are there? Trillions?
Yep.
And maybe like an orc knob, or at least a mega knob can kill a Space Marine. And like, almost every orc squad has a knob.
Look at his knob.
Space Marines, there's a million tops.
Yeah.
It's just sheer numbers. And I know they're like strike force behind enemy lines, like tactical insert, blah, 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 blah. But like, that's not really how they're portrayed that much. They're always just on the front cover, like going toe to toe in a big army versus army fight. I don't know. I know I'm gonna get fucking ripped for this, but I'm right.
Well, you're just saying there's not enough of them.
Yeah.
But pre-heresy, a legion was 100,000 Marines.
Yeah.
So maybe what we really need to do is...
That's still only 2 million.
Well, we need more legions.
Yeah, we need more Space Marines.
Yeah, all these
Boom,
chapters get
justified.
recruitment. Why not?
That's fucking
Yeah,
true.
right?
Yeah.
So this is an artificial constraint.
Uh-huh.
But the point of them being like propaganda tools still makes this entirely justified.
So we need more propaganda and more 8-year-olds.
Yeah, like 1 million 8-year-olds to boost the morale of trillions upon trillions of humans in the entire empire. Like, I mean, do you want everyone to be sad? Yeah, justified.
Plus, I think the Black Templars' whole thing is they're perpetually on crusade by the letter.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so they're not capped
Yes.
by the 1,000 Marine limit that's set out in the rules.
People think there's like 500,000 of them or something.
There's a lot, and they're the coolest Space Marines ever, so...
There's like almost like 7,000 of them.
7. Deliberate use of human wave tactics. The Astra Militarum frequently employs
yeah.
tactics that accept catastrophic casualty rates, treating soldiers as expendable resources rather than individuals. So this is kind of World War I style. 1,000 of you charge them and it'll break their ranks and then we'll get to kill them, but all of you will die. The Imperium fights wars of attrition against enemies that do not tire, fear, or negotiate. Preserving manpower at the cost of strategic defeat would lead to greater long-term casualties. Bodies are replaceable, lost territory is not.
So I like that. It's almost a landlord way of thinking.
I think lost territory is kind of replaceable. You just
you can't make more. You can't make more land.
Yeah, but you capture back the territory you lost.
Fair.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Justified.
You can't wait for the Space Marines to get here.
Justified.
Right, there's only a million
Justified.
of them. Forced labor on a galactic scale. Entire planetary populations are condemned to generational slavery in manufactorums, hive cities, or penal colonies, often working until death. Okay, so we're about to justify slavery. Go ahead, Don.
It's your section, buddy.
Just gonna knock the ball to you. A little table tennis.
I literally can't read the script.
I can't
How
read.
is it I have the fucked up eyes?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I cannot read that. The Imperium requires...
Basically, like,
I can't even read the script.
We don't
Wow.
just have people do it for free. Do you like the pyramids? Huh? You think the pyramids are cool? Guess what? You can't spend the entirety of Egypt's loot on that. If they did, we wouldn't have pyramids today. That's how you bankrupt an empire. How's the South been doing since they lost their free labor? Not very economically prosperous.
All right, Tom, you want to...
Technically, though, if I have to be the actually guy, even though the Bible says the Jews built the pyramids, they didn't. It was skilled, crafted laborers that the Egyptians...
Oh, well, they weren't skilled. They were forcibly conscripted. I mean, they were paid, but they were forcibly conscripted laborers.
Yeah. But it's the fact that it's different from the whole thing. That like there's a whole different... It's not really what the Bible says about the Jews. It's not really them. At least that's not what it seems most of the time when the actual history goes in there.
This one?
Justified? Question mark.
Mind wiping and psychic reprogramming. Imperial authorities regularly perform memory erasure and psychic conditioning on soldiers, officials, and civilians.
Look, Weeb, it's your boys.
Secrecy or obedience. Justification. I mean,
see
like,
do you see the Imperial Fist?
That's so devastating.
They're marching.
Yes, yes, Gene. I saw them as I was getting murder shot to death.
Oh, in Breakpoint.
Yes.
As a demon rips out.
I got to grind money.
What was the name of that socialist commune?
You gotta narrow the question.
The fuck? It was like they tried to make a state.
You're talking about the thing in Seattle.
Chaz?
I know about chaos, and I go start a little Chaz for the chaos stuff, you know?
Ah, yes. 2021's Chaz in Seattle.
Oh, God, look at that piece of shit.
Demonstration of this point.
We're talking about
satire. John Bolden picked up a crazy meth head from there.
To the contemporary world.
So... we should have mind wiped those retards.
Those were good streams, Gene. You should have been there.
I was probably doing something else.
That was a good time. Yes, you were.
Actually functions in the Warhammer universe. Some guys like, yeah.
That was a fun arc.
Battling with chaos or something. I'm like, really? What makes you say that? Is I think someone died or something. And then they're like, all right. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking wipe those cunts.
I got 1,000 more of these to get to. I can't like think about this any longer.
Justified.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, some of the other ones might be more serious. So
it's the classic. It's the age-old question, right? You've got a bag of Skittles. One of the Skittles is poisonous. You gonna eat the bag of Skittles?
You're really gonna eat the bag of Skittles?
Or are you gonna throw all the Skittles in the bin? And that's what this is. Like, yes, a few people are gonna have their minds wide. Woo. They're probably dummies anyway.
Maybe there wasn't a poison Skittle after all.
Also possible.
But are you gonna take the chance?
Yeah.
You're probably still gonna throw it out.
Yeah, it's like, how much is a bag of Skittles even worth? Like nothing. Would you
Justified.
argue that human life is worth more than Skittles though?
Yeah.
So, did that change anything?
Well, how do you relate? Also, cut my hesitation.
Cut my hesitation. 2 whole seconds, almost 3 seconds of hesitation.
That's all it is. Wait. Let's
Justified.
game it out properly. What if one of these Skittles, if it gets into the supply of the rest of the Skittles, makes tons of other Skittles poisonous, and now the world supply of Skittles is like dangerous? So you're definitely gonna like cleanse those Skittles then, aren't you?
Well, you say game it
Justified.
out properly, and we're talking about human life, right? So there's 1 million Skittles, and if you let these 1 million Skittles...
Are you okay?
I'm very tired. I'm
very
trying to
tired.
build an allegory that relates to eating the Skittle.
Maybe we should stop with the Skittle
Maybe
allegory.
we move on from Skittles.
Yeah.
Let's move on from skills.
Justified.
Justified. There it is. Justified.
Well, which one were we talking about again? Anyways?
Mind erasure.
Okay, yeah, Justified for sure. Use of servitors. The Imperium lobotomizes criminals, political dissidents, and debtors, converting them into cybernetic servitors used as tools, machines, or even furniture.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Justification. True artificial intelligence nearly annihilated humanity in the dark age of technology. Yeah, so that's what 40K does with AI lore. We tried it as humanity a long time ago, and then it rose up and called itself the Men of Iron, almost destroyed all of humanity.
Yep.
So now AI is banned in the present 40K, and in general, servitors are used instead.
You know, it's really fucked up. You know, you've got like a Slackjaw servitor who's just like wheeling around on his little things. 100% someone has like face fucked that thing.
Yeah. Are they conscious though?
Not really.
Yeah, so is that ethical?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Is it ethical to face fuck a
servitor
that's in a coma?
It's almost, yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Like, is it ethical to face fuck someone in a coma?
That's like a vegetable that's been deemed
and
brain
you'd
dead.
probably say no, right? Although maybe that's a big brain question.
The biggest of
That
brains.
was the question. Servitors.
Okay, you owe the bank $10,000, you can't pay it. Should they be able to put you in a coma, plug you into a scale electrics, and have you, like, sweep the floors like a Roomba?
For 10,000 years.
Forever, yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Probably not. But is it more or less ethical to put someone in a coma and make their body a slave to do whatever?
Justified.
Versus just killing them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like less ethical.
justified.
You're basically killing them and making them a slave at the same time, so it doubles up.
Mm-hmm.
But as we've already said, slavery is justified.
Yeah, we already said slavery was
I
justified.
guess this
So
is double justified.
double justified.
Comatose slavery.
Yeah, I
Was
mean,
it
it's
double
better
justified?
than uncomatose slavery.
Mm.
Like that.
Got
Would
him.
you rather be a slave and not know it, or know it and
you have to be,
not be a slave?
You have to be a slave forever, no matter what, and there's no possibility of freedom, but you have to suffer the pain of being a
Justified.
slave until you die, or basically they just kill you and use your body as a slave.
And occasionally, like, when no one's looking, a manufactorum priest puts his weenie in your slack jaw.
I think this might be good satire. We may have found it.
Nah, because, like...
You think this is necessary?
Yeah, but this is, like, putting people to death or making them a servitor, and if you're gonna kill someone, like, you might as well at least stick a broomstick up their ass and have them be useful.
But we're putting them to death because they owe $10,000.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of money.
Justified.
Should have been more careful.
We don't have the resources to put them in jail.
They're just paying off their debt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude.
Justified.
Tired.
I don't know, dude. I'm tired. Justified. Yeah.
Wow, John and I
No, dude. I'm tired. So justified.
truly exhausted the very limits
Truly.
of our minds and both need a nap.
Blind date with a giant elf lady.
Hey, sorry. Were you waiting long?
Hey, nice to meet you. You're
Booba.
way bigger
Booba.
than in your photos.
Sorry, is that a problem?
Huh? Oh, no. I'm just a bit confused.
My mom's an ogre and dad's an elf, so
Oh.
I guess I got my height from her.
Oh.
That's awesome. I think you're really cool.
Thanks, I think. I think you're really cute.
She's chonky. A little bit.
Perfect. She's perfect.
Oh, here we
Gabby.
go. Guards.
Gabby, yes.
Here we go.
By human resources.
Guards. It says.
As long as I'm
Guardsman rates jobs of Warhammer 40k.
dealing with other people in a corporate environment where I have some power over them, I think I would be fine. If you give me the
Check,
steps,
priest.
even if there's 100 steps, I can memorize them and execute them. I could not come up with why the steps existed. I'm a grunt and I follow the instructions. It's not that complicated.
Corpse
but
charge
it would probably
processor.
make you want to die. I mean, I could do it, but I would be uncomfortable. Less you need to know about how the sausage is made. Look, you're actually genuinely heroes. And for once, I'm actually speaking with like a slight amount of experience. This is like one of the very few jobs on this list I'm not completely ignorant to. I think I have some acumen for. Like I'm basically a robot. It kind of sounds cool, right? I would have a hard time spiritually. Just kill me. It takes
Just
so
kill
long.
me.
I can't maintain that
Astropith.
kind of focus for that. But I think once you've learned it, it's almost the same thing every time. How hard could it be?
How hard could it be, huh?
I'm good with
Ecclesiarchy
words.
preacher.
You're doing a
I'm
lot
good with
of,
words.
Telling the same people the same thing every day. Even if I don't believe in it, I think I could probably do it. This task is so large, I would rather be dead. It's simple. It's hard to do, but it's simple, right? And there's high stakes. That sucks, dude. Oh, I would hate that. I would be an A-tier administrative assistant, but I would hate my life probably. This is a job that is made up in order to create a bureaucratic hierarchy. Oh man, it was made for me. I don't think we need to elaborate too much here. I mean,
This
this
is made for
basically
me.
what I do. This is easy,
Yep.
man. I'm about to say what could possibly
Imperial
be the
Slaker.
stupidest thing of all time. How bad could it, how hard could it be? Maybe I'm overestimating my abilities. That's because, I'm not an idiot. I think I could figure it out.
Amazing.
I think I can figure it out.
In this town.
All right, so we got Reggie here. So he's playing a certain game where every 5 seconds a snail is trying to kill him. Yes, you heard that right. A snail is trying to kill him.
Everyone's running from something. A dead-end job that crushes their soul 8 hours at a time. A broken relationship that screams louder than it listens. Or
Wow.
even an addiction to drinking perfume just to feel alive.
Energized.
But me, I'm trying to
I've been
escape
there.
something much different. I'm trying to escape an army of killer snails.
Oh,
because
shit.
Today, we're playing Shadows of Doubt, a procedurally generated detective game about solving crimes. But for each in-game minute that passes, an invincible snail will spawn onto the map and begin hunting us. If it touches us, we die.
What the
And in
hell?
case you're wondering, a minute of in-game time is about 5 or 6 seconds. Meaning that after an hour, we could have 600 homicidal snails stalking us through the streets. They cannot
Oh, God.
be bargained with. They feel no pity, no remorse, no fear, and above all else, they absolutely will not stop until we are dead. Our only way
Shit.
to escape this nightmarish reality is to become a productive member of the Chinese Communist Party. Because by solving crimes, we can increase our social credit to level 5, at which point we will have the option to retire and leave this cursed city once and for all. So, can we escape the snail apocalypse, or will we fall victim to ungodly horrors beyond our comprehension? There's only one way to know. But first, I have to tell you something. 5 years ago, I was
Probably
in my
the-
basement
the
apartment
second
attempting
one.
to teach my wife how to get sturdy. When
Get
suddenly
sturdy.
she turned to ash before my
Yeah.
eyes.
Same thing with
collecting
Porky's
her
Canadian
remains in a
girlfriend.
dustpan, I went to the hospital so the doctors could determine the cause of this horrific disaster. Following several hours of analysis, the physician looked me straight in the eyes and said, "This lady done got turned to dust because she had a deficiency of 3D real-time strategy role-playing games with built-in factory automation systems." God damn it. If only she knew about the sponsor of today's video, Arknights Enfield.
Oh,
This is
boy.
a brand new RPG featuring
It sounds like a gotcha. It sounds like an anime gotcha game, which it probably is. Let's see.
Yes.
the best character. Now
A
listen.
fucking panda? What the fuck?
Arknights Enfield is free to play on PS5, PC, and mobile, and I
Wow.
implore you to use the link in the description to download the game today. Please, do it before it's too late. Thank you, Arknights Enfield. Now, back to the video. Before we begin, I'm going to explain the structure of this challenge. The snail apocalypse is divided into 3 distinct phases. The spawning phase, the empowering phase, and finally, the kaiju phase.
The kaiju
to
phase?
move from one phase to another, we have to solve a murder. And specifically, we have to solve the murder
Oh,
as
shit.
fast as possible because each of these phases are time sensitive. Given that, this won't be your typical slow-paced crime-solving video.
Oh shit.
I will be sprinting everywhere, I will be taking massive leaps of logic, evidence will be fabricated, innocent people are going to die, and I just might do a little heroin while I'm at it. With that out of the way,
Hey.
let us begin. We load into the
Phase
city,
1.
midnight, January 3rd.
Oh,
Our
boy.
first snail nemesis is already upon us.
Oh,
For
shit.
the time being, we can easily ignore him. But that peace of mind won't last for long. In order
Another
to escape,
one?
we'll need to solve 3 murders, but unfortunately, no one's dead yet. So I decide to spend some time preparing. Our first order of business is to acquire the essential items for performing home invasions. This alone should inform you about my philosophy on detective work. Regrettably, that used up all of our money, but as the
Oh,
saying
shit.
goes, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to perform brutal home invasions and you feed him for a lifetime. So I began searching the nearby
I mean, he's not wrong,
apartment
Gene.
complex for easy targets to make some cash. After finding one, I break in, knock the first tenant out with a tea kettle,
Oh my
and
God.
shatter his wife's
Okay.
legs with a fire extinguisher. Consider this a valuable
Understandable.
lesson on the dangers of leaving a spare key under your doormat. I spent
Yeah.
about 20 minutes ransacking the apartment for a total of $200 before escaping out the bedroom window. By this point, there's around 25 snails sliming their way through the streets. Not a huge issue, but definitely noticeable. Fortunately, our spree of wanton violence appears to have manifested the death of an innocent man,
Oh,
because
boy.
a murder case was just reported on the radio. The sooner we solve this, the sooner we can exit the spawning phase. So we head straight for the crime scene at Primal Pharmaceuticals. Arriving there, I can see the security shutters have been drawn. No access. So I slip into a ventilation shaft shaft and begin worming
Smart.
my way toward the crime scene. Eventually
Worming.
dropping down into some kind of storage closet where we hide
Yeah,
and
the
sleep.
fucking TED
Now
Talk
it's time
speech
to
is
get
about.
to work. First
All right,
priority,
chat. Today we're
avoid
going to
being
talk
shot
about
to
Plate
death by
Gang and their
stealing
nefarious
mounted machine
actions.
guns. After
Like, yeah, okay,
disabling the
John.
security systems, we're free to explore the area. It doesn't take long to find the victim, one Paulo Baltazar, an employee here
He is
shot
Team
dead
Seth.
with a hunting rifle
Reggie
between
knows he's Seth.
7:45 and 9
Like,
p.m. last night.
he does.
Upon closer inspection, we find a bullet impact point and also
I believe he's also Canadian.
a hole in the nearby window.
Canadian?
Based on this, we're likely dealing with a sniper. These can be
What's that
difficult
image of
because they
sniper? I
leave
didn't
very
really
little
see that. That was
evidence at the
terrifying.
scene of the crime. However, by approximating the bullet trajectory, we can deduce
So, Chad, I love
that
how
the
I
shooter
asked
must have
Gene
been
about a
firing
game that
from
he
across the
owns.
street
I'm like,
in
hey, is this
Hodge
good? He goes, I
Projects
think it's
on
good.
either the
I didn't
Like,
play-
my
I-
brother, you own the
I
game.
I don't.
So
I haven't
it's time
played
to go
it.
pay
That's
them
why
a
I don't know if
visit.
it's good.
This is
What?
easier
What?
said than done.
What do you mean you haven't
because by
played
the
it?
time we
Why
Why do you
decide to
have it
leave,
then?
there
Go
are
play
at
it
least
now.
40
Because I
snails
bought it.
End
standing
stream.
on the
I bought it on
Turn it
stairs
on.
toward us, with
No.
dozens more entering the building.
I just
each
seen people
minute.
said it was
So
good.
we
I'm
take
just
the
like,
elevator
oh,
down
it's
to
like a
floor
rich
1
game
and
about
dive
storytelling.
head
and
first
I'm about to
into a
buy it.
dumpster full of
That and the
scrap
DLC for
metal.
like
That might seem
$6
like
Yeah,
unnecessary
that's what I
but
bought
not
it because it was on sale for a lot of
jumping out
money.
of windows is something we're going
That's
to
why
have
I
to
bought
become
it.
well acquainted with
Dog, most
as
of the shit I
snail
own in my
armageddon
library is bought on
intensifies.
sale.
Arriving at Hodge Projects,
Guys,
I begin
guys,
surveying the
you
6th
see what I
floor
gotta deal
for
with?
evidence. That sounds professional. In reality, it was a lot closer to a crystal meth addict pillaging apartments for drug money.
Oh
In
my
fact,
God.
The first unit I tried to break into caused me to accidentally phase through the wall into their bathroom.
This
which
game
upset
actually
the
might be on
tenants
sale right now.
greatly
I don't
and
know.
resulted
Steam
in
has
me
a lot of
spending
shit on
5
sale right now.
minutes getting beat by lesbians in the shower.
Oh,
Eventually,
shit.
the melee spilled into the kitchen, where one of them tried to stab me, missed, and stabbed their partner instead. At this point, it's a free-for-all, until I smash a peanut jar over one of their heads to end the bloodshed once and for all. Unfortunately, after searching their apartment,
Yes.
the only
In 2
crime
days, you'll
I
have
found
a doggo.
evidence of was an abusive relationship. So I uncuffed them
Don't
and
try
moved on
to
the next unit.
get
This
your
is
way
where
out of
things
my
became
Roth.
Very interesting.
Roth?
Arriving at apartment 601,
Or your
I locked
Roth.
the door
Broth?
and knocked out the
Anger.
first tenant
Broth?
before running
All right,
inside
you know
and
what?
using
What
the
kind of
closet
broth?
door to
What
knock
kind of
out
broth?
the
You know what?
husband. Truly, some of my finest detective
I'm
work.
done.
After
I'm
that, it didn't
done
take long to find
with
the evidence we were looking
Eugene.
What are you gonna be, petty?
looking for.
I don't want to
Hunting
play
rifle
with
in the
you anymore,
bathroom. We're in
Gene.
the middle of washing the fingerprints off it, but we got here too fast, and the prints match up.
I
to
could be
the
petty
wife,
too,
Leah
Gene.
Christensen.
Well, you
This
see,
is a
I
very
was
strong
tired,
start,
and that's the
but
real
if we get
reason.
this
But I'll
case
just say I
wrong,
was
the
petty, and
challenge
I
is
saw you guys
over.
were playing
So
a
we have
game
to
I
be
didn't really feel like
100%
playing,
sure.
so I went back
Searching
to
the
bed.
apartment, we find no
So I went
bullet
back to
casings,
bed,
but
even
there
though
are
we
some
were,
highly
even though we were
suspicious
literally playing that
discoveries.
because you
A
weren't
note from
around.
Elizabeth describing picking up some extra work on the side, perhaps as a paid assassin. An
Who
email
doesn't want to
about
be a paid
pest control
assassin?
services, possibly a coded message. And as we're exploring, she receives a phone call that hangs up immediately once we answer it. Potentially
not
a
weird.
client checking to confirm the hit was completed.
Oh.
Most of this is what we could call circumstantial evidence, things which do not directly prove her guilt, but which, with the application of reason, could imply it. It's all very frustrating, so I make sure to knock her out a few times for inconveniencing
Marathon.
us. I want to investigate further, but the
That's what
snails
Porky
have reached
thought we
the
were
6th
playing.
floor, and if we wait much longer,
Face
they'll have
to
us
him.
cornered,
Oh, I
at
thought the
which
game I
point,
want.
don't
It
like
must.
our odds of jumping out
It
the
must be a
window.
horrible
So instead, we head down
game.
to the first
'Cause
floor
I'm
and
a
gracefully make our
curmudgeon.
exit. It's now time to
Rebel,
investigate
rebel,
the
rebel,
victim.
rebel.
Infiltrating her apartment was comparatively easy, since, you know, she's
Yeah, I
dead.
said it,
And after
Hamilton.
doing some investigating, we discovered that our victim was
Chinese
being
bitch.
stalked by an average height female. This
An average height female.
fits the description of our suspect perfectly.
Leah.
The note says she was being followed yesterday at a fast food restaurant
Glutton
called
Grub?
Glutton Grub. So all
Glutton
we need to
Grub.
do now
That
is
actually
go
does sound like a
there,
good name
show
for a fast
photo of
food
our
restaurant.
suspect to the
Glutton Grub.
staff, and if they can identify her, that will establish a solid link between our victim and the suspect, at which point we'll turn in the case. The only problem is the United Snail Army has
Oh,
assembled
shit, the
outside
snails
of
are coming,
Glutton
Weeb.
Grub, and they formed a blockade to prevent our entry. So our only way
Not
to gain
again.
access was to
Yes,
violently
again,
hurl
just
a
like in
garbage
Nam.
can through the restaurant window.
In the trenches,
Unfortunately,
when the
this
snails
angered
were
the
there.
staff,
Remember
and we
that?
had to spend
I
15
remember.
minutes hiding in a nearby park.
I remember
as the
when,
general
you know,
manager
Porky
tried
said
to
he would
kill us
sacrifice
with a
himself to
framing
save us that
hammer.
day, and he
After
ran away.
cooled off, we climbed
And he
through the
did.
window and began asking asking around about
It
the
is you,
suspect,
Jemby.
But to my dismay,
Yes,
no
there's
one
nails.
saw her in this restaurant at that time,
getting a
which
snack,
goes
'cause I'm
against
hungry.
our stalking theory. Additionally, by this point, we're dealing with about 250 snails, which presents us us with three
And I
major
had snow
problems.
crab legs
First,
tonight.
our risk of touching a snail
Oh.
and dying has
Royal.
become fairly high. Now, technically, that wouldn't end the run, but in practice, it might. Because by the time we
That's
wake
us.
up at the hospital, the snails could be waiting for us,
Oh, shit.
effectively soft-locking our run as they spawn camp us over and over again. Second issue, our frame rate is being absolutely demolished by the sheer volume of calculations required to monitor this many snails. And the last issue is that over time, the snails are slowly coagulating into one giant death ball.
Oh, no.
Theoretically,
Not a
this is
death
good,
ball.
because it's easier to deal with one big snail rather than 200 small ones. However, the death ball appears to be exerting some kind of domain expansion upon its surroundings.
Oh, no.
Because if we get too close to it, our screen gets all pixelated, and sometimes it blinds us completely.
Oh my God.
Even light itself cannot escape the event horizon of the
The
Gestalt
horizon
snail,
snails.
which is incredibly disorienting. Needless to say, we need to solve this case before these problems get any worse. Desperate times call for desperate measures, so I'm going to execute the quintessential detective maneuver when faced with limited evidence. I'm going to bluff my ass off.
Face.
Returning to the suspect's apartment, we find she escaped her handcuffs. So I grab a dumbbell and knock her out while she's brushing her teeth. Now it's time to confront her directly and accuse her of murder. 90% of the time, when you do this to the actual murderer, they'll confess. However, when we confronted Leia, she responded with an incredulous and dismissive, "Yeah, right."
Yeah,
What
right.
do you mean, yeah, right? We've got the gun. You're gonna fry for this. I'm not gonna lie, the confidence with which she delivered that line shook me to my very core.
Yeah,
Did
right.
we have the wrong person? Confirmation bias is defined as the psychological tendency to search for, interpret, or favor information in a way that aligns with one's pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses. A note to Leia's mother describing picking up some extra work on the side. An email about pest control services. Phone call that hangs up immediately once we answer it. Dear God, I think we've subjected an innocent woman to several hours of interrogation and having all of her teeth knocked out simply because I don't know how to do trigonometry and she picked a bad time to practice firearm maintenance. I believe we've got the wrong person. So I got to work investigating the other apartments, which is when I came across Unit 701.
Oh, boy.
At first glance, it's nothing out of the ordinary.
Like a
but
fucking
the
Dark
more I
Souls
looked, the
room.
weirder it got. For example, a human skull in the master bedroom.
The
a
fuck?
receipt for a hunting rifle time-stamped 1 hour before the murder. A noise complaint regarding several popping sounds. Some vaguely schizophrenic notes. And
Oh,
lastly,
boy.
a list of
Watch your
potential
back.
victims, which disturbingly enough, appears to include us. The final piece of evidence came when we found a receipt for Glutton Grub, the place where our victim was being stalked. Ladies and gentlemen, I
Yep.
think we found our killer. Or should I say, our killer found us. Because while I was snooping on her computer, her husband came home and attacked us with a box cutter. Eventually,
shit.
we were able to knock him out with an office chair. And 5 minutes after that, she showed up as well. For posterity, the office chair box cutter matchup is about even. However, the office chair hunting rifle matchup is absolute dog shit. It was only by sheer luck that we managed to subdue her, at which point we got the murder weapon and she admitted everything. In case you're wondering about the motive, I'm about 99% sure she's just an unmedicated paranoid schizophrenic. This
boy.
is terrific, but less terrific is the fact that the snails have us completely trapped in the apartment.
Oh, shit.
I try getting around them, but with each passing second, more are converging on our position, and it's starting to blind us. I frantically check the windows for potential escape routes, but on the 7th floor, it's not looking good.
Oh, shit.
At this point, I believe all hope is lost, until I spot it. A ventilation shaft in
Oh,
the
shit,
kitchen
in the
closet.
vent.
I climb in, and we begin making our escape. The time is 6:30, which implies about 400 snails are coming to kill us.
Oh, shit.
Luckily for them, they won't have to try very hard, because we tanked about 4 hunting rifle shots to the chest, and we're quickly turning this ventilation shaft into a slip and slide.
Oh,
In
shit, bleeding.
desperation, we make our exit into the kitchen of a downstairs apartment.
Sasha,
Imagine, if
off
you
the
will,
computer.
at 7 a.m., you're in your kitchen making a nice breakfast before heading
No.
to work, when suddenly a blood-soaked
You can't make
maniac
me.
falls through your ceiling and begins frantically darting around the room, screaming about killer snails. In that situation, if you're doing anything less than killing him with a frying pan, you have miscalculated your response. So I can hardly feel upset when that's exactly what this guy did to us. we're unconscious. This is very bad. Fortunately, the hospital is on the other end of town. Therefore, by the time we wake up an hour later, the snails are infiltrating the building, but they haven't yet made it up to our room.
Oh, thank God.
So we jump out of bed, launch a fire extinguisher through the window, and finalize our escape. Doubling back to City Hall, we grab a murder resolution form and submit it as the snails close in from every angle. After a few minutes of processing, the results come back, and we've officially solved our first murder, thereby exiting the spawning phase of the challenge with a total of 500 snails on the map. This earns us enough good boy points to reach social credit level 2. Not bad at all. With that taken care of, we've probably got about 12 to 18 hours until the next murder occurs. So what do we do now? Well, in order to reach level 5 and retire, we need 2,000 social credit. Solving 3 murder cases will get us to about 1,500, which means we need to make up the last 500 by doing community service.
Oh, God.
This could be anything ranging from finding a lost item to melting off a woman's face with a cup of coffee.
What?
And everything in between. So
Yep,
let's get
that
to
sounds
work.
about right.
After perusing the job listings, I come across one well suited to our talents. Demolition for reliable individual.
Oh,
I call
boy.
the number, and the guy tells me he
Just
wants
radio
us
music.
to trash his friend's apartment as a prank. Looking through
As
my
a
inventory
prank.
full of handcuffs, pepperball
Yes.
grenades, and loaded guns, I assure him this will be very funny. He gives us some basic intel on our target, but most importantly,
Age
their name
32,
starts with the letter
large.
A, and they live on basement level 1 of Lovelace View. So that's our first stop. Sneaking into the building's security office, we use a code breaker to force entry into the computer and access the resident database. After a quick search, we come back with 2 people living in the basement who fit the description, but one of them is on basement level 2, so we ignore him and focus instead on Aleel Hawkins. Heading down to his apartment, I get to work. Aleel is not home, but his boyfriend is.
Ooh.
So the first master stroke of
Gay.
this prank is going to be blinding his lover
Gay,
with a flashbang
gay.
and then locking him in the bathroom.
Blind his lover
Now
with a
when Aleel
flashbang.
comes home, not only will he find his apartment completely ruined, but his gay lover will be having a panic attack while handcuffed to the toilet bowl. This is the essence of modern pranks. Our goal is to cause $700 worth of damages, but there's one major problem. This place is a fucking dump, and I don't think there's even $700 worth of things in here. On top of that, we're quickly getting boxed in by the snails.
snails!
So I decide it's time to leave and spend a few hours eating fried chicken and chain-smoking cigarettes on the other side of town.
And
This gave us
watching
enough time to formulate a plan on how to
Kangaroo,
properly
don't
destroy
tell
this man's
me.
apartment.
I've
First,
got
we grab a
parking to
garbage bag from a
do.
nearby alley and take it to his apartment. Then we begin throwing it around like a battered wife, coating the entire apartment with garbage juice and random detritus.
Nice.
Living room walls, ruined. Bathroom shower, full of dirty needles. And gay boyfriend covered in garbage oil. This is a good start, but we need to go even further. I punch a hole through his shower and start bleeding profusely. Then I go roll around in
What
his
the
bed, covering the
fuck?
sheets in my blood, before producing
Fine.
3 pounds of raw beef, which I throw at the walls and then eat. This
Then
gets me
eat.
exceptionally nauseous,
It's
and
kinda
I fill
puke.
his toilet bowl full of vomit. For my final move, I take his grandfather's urn full of ashes and smash
Wow.
it against the ceiling. I
Damn.
exercise the upper limits of rot maxing. But to
Asmongold.
my dismay, it says we still
Yes.
haven't done enough damage, which is when I realized something truly embarrassing. When I was determining our target, I ruled this guy out because he lived on basement floor 2 instead of basement floor 1. But it turns out there is no basement floor 2. These are apartment numbers, and
Oh.
we've got the wrong guy.
Oops.
In a just world, I would be sent to a labor camp and my family would be shot for what I've just done. But in the dystopian world of Shadows of Doubt, no one really cares. In fact, our social credit hasn't even budged.
Yeah.
So it's up to us to make this right and restore our karmic equilibrium. I decided the best way to achieve that was to entomb the gay guy in a pile of cardboard boxes, turn the lights off,
Yep,
and
it's
leave.
about right.
That
Leave.
seemed about even Steven to me. Heading over to the correct apartment, we quickly make a $700 mess and then turn the case in for 250 social credit. Another job well done. This leaves us just enough time to get one more job done before the next murder happens. Based on our exemplary performance
Oh my
on the
God.
last mission, I decided to accept
Jeez,
a
what an
contract
asshole.
for corporate espionage.
Corporate espionage.
Our target is the head of HR, and our client was caught jerking off in a photocopier at work, so he needs us.
Wow. What?
To achieve that
This
was to
isn't it.
entomb the gay guy in a pile
Entomb
of
the gay
cardboard
guy, yep, yep.
boxes, turn the lights off, and leave.
No, let's
That
hear about
seemed
the other thing about the
even
corporate
Steven to
espionage.
me. Heading over to the correct apartment, we quickly make a $700 mess and then turn the case in for 250 social credit. Another job well done. This leaves us just enough time to get one more job done before the next murder happens. Based on our exemplary performance on the last mission, I decided to accept a contract for corporate
espionage. So here we go. Let's take a listen to it.
espionage. Our target is the head of HR, and our client was
Why does he look so grumpy?
He does.
caught jerking off in the photo.
I guess like he just turns like, what the fuck? Caught jerking off in the photocopier.
Beer at work. So he
Not
needs
again,
to track
Borky.
down the target
What
and
the
make those
fuck?
HR reports disappear.
Boom.
At this point, all we know about our target is his phone number, but that's more than enough. First, we have to break into an apartment complex with absolutely dog-shit security.
Oh,
And
boy.
I know just the spot. Arriving at Lovelace View, we break into the first apartment we find and use their phone to call the target. No one answers, but that doesn't matter. Now, we slip into the basement and find a telephone router. In most apartments, these are protected by laser tripwire systems
Oh,
and
shit.
automated gun turrets.
Oh my God.
However, in this dump, it's being guarded by a AA battery and an eraser. So we have no problem breaking it open and accessing the call logs. Using this, we track the call we just made and determine it went to Unit 402. I waste no time kicking the door off its hinges and pilfering the apartment in search of the HR documents. Unfortunately, they're
HR.
not here, but
HR.
we've got the next best thing, our target's name and his place of work. So it's time to go pay him a visit.
Hell
Arriving
yeah.
at Zhang Terrace and Associates, I find a receptionist who, despite typing frantically, is clearly not doing anything. So I offer him $30 for a guest pass to the office. Following that, we wait until everyone goes on lunch break and start searching for the documents. After 5 minutes of looking, we find the files, stuff them down our underwear, and make our escape. Then, per instruction, we leave them in a dead drop
Stuff it
for our
down my
client and let him know the job is done.
What the fuck?
This puts us very close to social credit level 4. 2 more murder cases, and we're out of here. We've still got 10 hours to kill until the next case. If we
That's
were
fine.
a normal person, we could just fall asleep.
Jenny
in a dumpster
is a
and pass
bug.
the time. But if we stand still for even 5 minutes, we're going to find ourselves at the epicenter of the world's largest snail orgy. And maybe that
Snail
appeals
orgy?
to
Oh,
you,
no.
you poor sick man.
Wow,
But
oh
that
my
is
God, that was
not
terrifying.
my
I hated
idea
all
of a
the-
fun
Did
time.
you see that shit?
Therefore, we spent the entire night on the
Did you
run.
see that?
Thankfully,
And since we can't
I
stay
blissfully-
still, I had no opportunities to use the washroom. So, canonically speaking, for the
There was a
past
snail in
9
confetti.
hours,
There was
we've
a
been
snail in a
sloshing around
bikini,
a
and it was
stew
like
of our
a
own
female
excrement.
version of Gary
This is how you
kicked
get
up.
a bad reputation with the ladies.
Okay, I'm very glad I
because
missed
they
that.
could never understand the necessity of shit-maxing. It's 8:47 p.m. I haven't slept in days, and I'm subsisting on a diet of street food and caffeine suppositories. As
Same,
I
dude.
on Marquette Street, I see a commotion outside, which upon further inspection is the scene of a murder. Phase 2
Phase 2 has begun.
For this phase, we will be cutting the number of snails in half, but for each hour that passes, we will double their size and speed, which
Awesome.
means that within 4 hours, we could be getting chased through the streets by minivan-sized mollusks.
Oh,
The
shit.
first doubling event happens in 1 hour at 9:55, so we've got to solve this fast. In between dodging snails, I'm able to use my powers of deduction to logically infer that our victim is dead. Specifically, her brain is in like 55 pieces on the side of the road. Now,
Damn.
I've attacked people with a vast and exciting array of objects before, but you don't get this kind of carnage unless you're using a high-powered rifle.
Look, it's in
However, I
mine.
can't find any shell casings, and no one in the area saw anything suspicious. I was ready to leave the crime scene until, partially obscured by the victim's exploded brain, I found a bullet impact point on the ground. The only way the bullet could land here is if the killer fired from an elevated position, and based on the direction of the blood spatter, that shot either came from this rooftop or possibly the apartment complex behind it.
Wow.
Heading to the roof, I find the door was left open. This is unusual. Proceeding through, we follow a trail of size 5 women's footprints all the
a
way
woman.
to this ledge where we
Another
find
woman
a
killer.
single shell
Oh, don't-
casing. And
Don't
that's
say
not even the
feet,
best
Porky
part.
might get here.
It's got a
He might.
fingerprint. You fucking amateur. We've got all this information by 9:30, a very strong start. From here, we undertake the arduous task of breaking into random people's homes until we find a black market weapons dealer, because chances are that's how our killer got their gun. By 9:50, we found one. Scarlet Crafts and Hardware. Usually, they won't let you in unless you know the password, but my password is disabling your security systems while you're taking a shit, and then knocking you out with a beer bottle when you're done. With that one simple trick, we were able to gain access to their sales ledger, at which point we found someone with the initials AB purchased a rifle 1 hour before the murder.
Oh,
Much
boy.
like a porn-sick gooner reading a Zootopia fanfic,
Oh,
I'm getting
no.
so close. Unfortunately, it's now 9:55, which means the snails get their stats doubled. They're still fairly slow, but they're now the size of dogs, which makes them a lot more obstructive in
Also, I don't know if you noticed that, but when he showed like the picture of like the suspect again, it was DSP gooning.
Oh God.
It was his gooming face.
Oh.
Sprinting through the streets, we head straight for City Hall, and after scrubbing through the entire phone book, I come back with only 2 people that have the initials AB, Aretha Banks and Amrit Biro, at which point we slip into an empty office and use a code breaker to gain access to the government database. The snails are closing in on our position, so
Okay.
we work fast. By searching each person in the database, we can print off their ID. Then, using my Kaizen V+ cybernetic upgrade, I'm able to determine the exact size and flavor of each woman's feet just by looking at a photo
Gamey.
of them. This is not a fetish.
Oh,
Purely
God.
Professional. Point is, only
God.
Amrit Biro has a shoe size that matches what we found at the crime scene. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our suspect. At this point, we could probably turn in the case. Her prints match, her shoes match, and she bought a rifle 1 hour before. But I feel a morbid curiosity. I need to know why she did it. So we're heading to her apartment at 1301 Hodge Projects to establish a motive. Arriving there, I make myself at home pulverizing her husband's brain and detaining him before knocking her out with an office chair. As I'm searching the apartment, we hit 10:55 p.m. and again, the snails double in size.
Oh, shit.
They're currently climbing up the stairwell like a
Oh, shit.
rising tide of violence. But we're on the 13th floor, so they can go fuck themselves. While investigating, we find out our perp is a member of the police force. We've got ourselves a killer cop. Further evidence indicates she's been stalking our victim, so I just come out and confront her. When asked why she murdered that woman, she explains quite calmly, because I could. At
Wow.
this point, I'm sweating bullets. I stutter, I stammer, what do you mean? To which she clarifies, someone had to deal with all the lowlifes in this city. Holy shit, our suspect is cool as hell. I'm in shambles. The virgin detective stands no chance against the Machiavellian vigilante. But enough of that. It's time to finish this case. By 11:50, we hop on the elevator and sail it right through the eye of the snail tornado. By the
shit.
time we hit the streets, the snails have doubled yet again.
Oh, God.
Each one of them is now the size and speed of a small elephant on a tricycle. Several of them are also scaling the sides of buildings.
Oh, my God.
This city is overrun. We're forced to take a series of shortcuts and elaborate maneuvers to work our way through the bulk of the swarm. Eventually arriving at City Hall, we grab a case resolution form. But not far behind us marches a dim and endless congress
Oh,
of
shit.
murderous
They're
intent.
coming.
I rush onto the elevator to make some
That's
distance
right.
between us, but the snails are now phasing through the building.
Oh, shit.
Desperately breaking into an office, we fire extinguisher the window before jumping onto a ventilation shaft and making our escape. We fill out the last of the paperwork while the snails chase us through the streets. Crime, assassination, motive,
Assassination.
vigilantism, sentence, death by bureaucracy. Murder solved, social credit gained.
Well,
Phase 2 is
thank
now
God.
over. Now we can indulge ourselves in the exquisite delicacy that is waiting 12 hours for someone else to die. This is its own unique form of purgatory, because there's only so many times you can do laps around the city before you start feeling like an NPC. In fact, I stopped fighting it, and now I'm full-on role-playing. Every morning, I wake up on a park bench before heading down to my favorite food truck for some coffee. I do not know why, but whenever I order coffee, the guy closes the shutters for 20 seconds, does something to my cup, and then opens them back
He's
up.
pissing in your
I'm going to be
coffee.
candid. I like my coffee how I like my women. without another man's dick in it. And while I can't prove that Joey the food truck man is burning his cock off every morning just to prank me, I do have my suspicions. After getting caffeinated, I spend the afternoon stealing from local businesses and spying on people through their windows, before eventually collapsing in a pile of garbage. Honestly, when you spend your days like that, 12 hours flies by in no time. Which brings us to 4 p.m. January 4th. We're walking through the streets when suddenly another murder is reported.
New murder
this
case.
time on Sasaki Boulevard. The kaiju phase has begun.
Oh, shit.
For this phase, we're going to consolidate all of our medium snails into one single mega snail. 10 times the size, 5 times the speed,
16 times the detail.
Thanks,
and in
Todd.
case you're wondering, yes, the
Thanks,
hitbox
Todd.
is accurate. We are
Oh,
now
shit.
dealing with a skyscraper-sized snail. We make our way to the crime scene and begin investigating. A man was stabbed to death in broad daylight with a box cutter and surrounded by some kind of runic symbols. I do my best to put on a brave face, but deep in the fearful recesses of my heart, I know that he's out there, and he's coming for us. You see, the most stressful thing about being
coming.
pursued by a 200-foot-tall snail is not knowing where it is, because at this size, the pathing is highly unpredictable, and
Oh,
I've
shit.
noticed the snail has a tendency
What
to
the fuck?
fly straight into the air and then rapidly descend upon us like a Stuka dive
What
bomber.
the
It's
fuck?
honestly very anxiety-inducing. Regardless, we do pick up one crucial piece of evidence just before Mega Snail comes around the corner. Quickly escaping, I open up the note to find it's an anagram. This is the killer's name, but with all of the letters rearranged. So if we
Or
can solve
cat.
it, we'll pretty much have this case taken care of. However, there's one thing to address. Kaiju Snail is cool as hell. However, after playing with it for 20 minutes, I have realized it is not meant for this world. In fact, it pretty much can't navigate the map at all without flying through the sky or spending 30 minutes getting stuck in an apartment building. Point is, it's actually way too easy for us to avoid him. And I think you, the viewer, deserves more. So we're going to reduce his size from 300 to 100.
Okay, see, that's more fair.
This will allow him to navigate.
Oh, he's
the
still big,
streets
though.
more
He's still a
effectively.
kaiju. Look at him.
Furthermore, we'll also buff his move speed from 5 to 6,
Oh, boy.
making him actually faster than us. So if we're not constantly parkouring our asses off, he will catch and kill us. Fortunately, I have developed the ultimate form of parkour. I threw myself off a 19-story building. Please have some faith. With the snail
Please
hot
have
on
some
our
faith.
heels, we run into the nearest
19-story
apartment
building,
and
please
jump on the
have some
elevator
faith.
just in time to escape him. All the way at the top floor, we lockpick the door with the underside of our boot to gain access to the apartment. At which point, we open up a window. Then, we wait. And as soon as the snail works his way up the staircase, we take the express elevator down to ground
Oh my
level.
God!
What would normally result in us turning into a fresh coat of sidewalk paint is now a perfectly harmless experience. Because thanks to our Vigor Stability Sync disc, we no longer take
Sasha.
fall damage.
Sasha.
So by plummeting to the
Ooh.
ground at 85
Sasha.
miles per
Down
hour,
from
we
there.
have managed to create a
Sasha.
sizable
Hey,
distance
stop.
between us and the snail. In testing, I found it takes him about 50 seconds to go up and down the staircase,
Oh.
which means we just have to solve this murder 50 seconds at a time.
50
the
seconds
key is
at a-
unscrambling
Sasha,
this
get
name
down.
puzzle. Now,
Stop.
you may be able to look at this letter jumble and divine some kind of arcane knowledge from it, but I cannot.
But
In
I
fact,
cannot.
It may as well be in Cantonese. So we're doing this the hard way. Our suspect's name has 9 letters. Heading to City Hall, we crack open the phone book and begin the painful process of counting the
Oh,
letters
boy.
in everyone's name in the entire city of 300 people. Then, if the length
Oh,
matches
boy.
up, we rule out anyone who doesn't have key letters like J, K, and W. I won't lie, this is a pretty brute force method,
Yeah.
and I can only
I
get
mean,
through
if
like
it
10
works,
names
it
at a
works,
time
though.
before the snail shows up and we have to practice our
It might as well
cannonball.
be in
Fortunately,
Cantonese.
across the street, there's a huge apartment building, and we formed a very nice routine of reading 10 or 12 names, going to the top floor apartment, jumping out the window, and then reading more names. This might seem not so bad, maybe even a little convenient, but I want to remind you, just because our legs aren't exploding like tempered glass, doesn't mean this isn't taking a toll on our body. Logically speaking, the repeated abrupt and rapid deceleration of our brain should be giving us what the medical community would describe as a shitload of brain damage.
Oh.
Every time we do this, we're getting
Okay.
about 1 car crash worth of chronic
Oh.
traumatic encephalopathy. And after
Oh.
about a dozen times, I'm quite certain we should be a vegetable. Now, when you hear
Damn.
that, it may be tempting to feel bad for me, but but don't. Instead, feel bad for the guy that lived in that apartment, who almost certainly is going to end up in a mental asylum, because he has witnessed me jump to my death at least 100 times within a 5-hour period. And yet, I always return, like some kind of pudding-brained revenant of self-destruction. Sometimes I beat him up. Sometimes I steal his shit. Sometimes he never even knows I was there until he checks the security tapes. But every time, I'm going out that window. Eventually, our perseverance pays off.
Every time I am going out that window.
One match, Jay Whitaker. Their address is listed publicly, so it's time to go see how firmly their door is attached to its hinges. As it turns out, not very. We begin examining the apartment, and I'm going to save you the trouble. But just know that I had to jump out the window like 20 times in the process. This yielded a few interesting things. Our suspect is Jaslyn Whitaker, and after reading her emails, I can see that she is horribly addicted to starch cola. In fact, she's consuming 32 cans a day. In case you're unfamiliar, starch cola is basically Coca-Cola before they took away the cocaine. Based on several notes we find, this binge drinking seems to have induced some kind of psychosis.
I have been chosen by the Coca-Cola gods.
Whereby our suspect believes that if they kill enough people, they can resurrect the long-dead CEO of a carbonated drink company. Lastly, comparing the handwriting to the note left at the crime scene, we can see it's a perfect match. Now it's time to arrest this sicko and retire from this nightmare city. According to her work contract, she's a pharmacist. So let's head down to the drugstore and fill a prescription for violent street justice. There she is, planning her next murder. I saw no reason to complicate this, so I just went behind the counter and cuffed her. Fair warning, people do not like when you arrest their pharmacist. So we had to spend a few minutes avoiding an angry mob. But after that calmed down, we confronted Jaslyn, at which point she admitted to being involved in a starch cola cult dedicated to taking over the world.
One day the red gums will be red gums will rule.
She is not nearly hot enough for us to ignore that level of deranged.
You see that one? Okay. Not okay.
Not okay.
So it's time to book her. We grab the paperwork and fill it out while free-falling from the nearest skyscraper. A few minutes pass, and the case comes back solved. With that, we've reached social credit level 5, which means it's time for us to retire and leave this city once and for all. Barely avoiding our snail stalker, we rush into City Hall and grab a retirement form. To my surprise, this included a last will and testament, and I was in a rush, so I decided to donate all of my worldly possessions to the dead guy from our second case. Then I fill in gibberish and profanity for the last part before handing the papers in. And just like that, the curious case of the snail apocalypse is closed. We're officially retired and waiting for a shuttle to take us to a paradise known as the Fields.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker.
I don't think that's going to be...
We will be euthanized and our bodies will be processed into Soylent to feed the proletariat. Truly, retirement has never felt so good. Thank you to this month's patrons for supporting the channel, and finally, thank you for watching.
You're welcome,
thank you.
Here we go. Helldiver promotion.
Captain Metra 024. For achieving the greatest victory in history of our society by defeating Super Earth and setting our people free from their oppression. You shall be granted the honor worthy of such noble achievement. Now, every member of the collective shall know that there stands the true daughter of socialism.
Gross.
Art and steel.
This hits them.
May Cyberstand forever guide your way.
Cyberstand.
Captain, they are running in with bombs!
She's sleeping. It's a dream. Amazing. Alright, here we go, Weeb.
No dwarf has all 5.
Alright, are you ready? No dwarf has all 5 of these things.
Alright.
Here you go.
A keen steel pickaxe for digging out the ore. A full tankard of ale shared with friends at a cozy tavern fireplace. A majority stake in an international mining conglomerate to generate passive income from your physical labor. A hearty 17,000 calorie breakfast to fuel those long days in the tunnels. A buxom elvish mistress to make jumps.
A buxom Elvis mistress.
Love to nightly and sire many dozens of adorable tiny children upon. What was that last one? A hearty 17,000 calorie breakfast. Right, yeah, that's what I thought you said. Anyway, no elf has all five. A fine bow of yew to ward off intruders of the forest realm. A long spear and stout shield for when the invaders are truly tenacious. A faithful animal companion to keep you company on those long winter nights. A lush green meadow to frolic and to have adventures in. A slightly effeminate bosom chum to take long walks with.
Bosom chum.
In aforesaid meadow. Maybe hold hands.
Gay.
Have a little
I'll
kiss.
lewd. Lewd.
Fun platonic wrestling.
Oh God.
Well, this is all beginning to sound a bit sus, Master Elf. Oh, not at all, Mr. Dwarf. There's nothing sus about male bonding.
I didn't want to say anything, but I'm actually a woman.
Ugh, I guess it is hard to tell sometimes.
Do you still want to frolic in the meadow?
Huh? No, I
I
don't
don't feel like it anymore. He's gay.
Anyway, no human has all five.
What?
What are your racial traits again? Well, I'm the main character. That's not a trait, that's a narrative contrivance. Well, you're just butthurt, nobody loads into the game and creates a dwarf character. Yes, I suppose that does bruise the ego a bit. I'll go and sulk in my magical underground enchanted kingdom with my hot elf wife and my delicious ale and my piles of gold. Cheerio.
Damn it.
It seems I've destroyed humanity's one and only alliance with a foreign race. Oh well, it was bound to happen eventually.
I'll be in an alliance with you, Mr. Human, if you want.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't like you very much.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes, it seems this is humanity's destiny, to forever be alone on this wretched earth. Just according to
No.
Oh, here we go.
We've been getting a lot of guff lately from you
So it's hobbies that are worse than 40k. Let's hear them.
guys for the crime of being passionate about the things we love. Warhammer 40k is not gay, and painting little figures and talking about their teeny tiny boobies is not autistic.
In fact, we're dedicating today's video to showcasing some of the most autistic sports you've never heard of. Dorks who have taken their hyperfixation to a whole new level of physical athleticism.
Oh my God.
So maybe you'll cut us some slack.
To kick things off, we're going to be taking a look at dorks having sword fights. But not just any sword fight. Lightsaber dueling.
Oh my God.
I already hate them.
Oh, and by the way,
this is sick. What the fuck? I thought this was gonna be gay as hell. Alright. Alright. Alright, dude. This is fucking tight. Look at this. This isn't choreographed, right? They're trying to hit each other?
do you get points for making it look choreographed? By, like, doing Jedi stuff?
By, like, twirling and spinning.
Yeah. Ever heard that?
Oh my God.
And she just stood there and let him take her leg off.
Listen, I don't know if I'm just in a weird mood or something, but low-key, this is kind of fucking good for them.
You are in a weird mood.
Good for them.
Well, how does the contest work? Do you get together with your buddy and, like, choreograph the best fight, or are they actually, like, trying to win a little sword fight?
Well, let me explain, Don. Born from fan culture, not... Oh, wait, this is you.
I guess
Wait, this is you?
Born from fan
I have to
culture
struggle
and
to
online
read.
forums, lightsaber combat evolved from simple cosplay skills into a formal sport by the mid-2000s. Since then, multiple organizations have sprung up from Europe to America, where the Saber Legion hosts tournaments for avid duelists.
Kind of sick, the Saber Legion?
In fact, the community got a major credibility boost in 2019 when the French Fencing Federation officially recognized lightsaber dueling as a competitive sport.
A move of desperation.
The sport's format is similar to fencing. Two two competitors face off armed with sturdy polycarbonate lightsabers, illuminated blunt blades. There are 7 combat forms and 3 kinds of weapons you can use. A long saber, which is a typical lightsaber, a short saber, and a saber staff.
It's called a double-ended lightsaber, you fucking casuals.
Yeah, the thing about real sword fighting is it does not look as cool as Jedi sword fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fencing and stuff.
Yeah, because it's just like...
Yeah, I'm trying to understand why they were doing the flips and kicks and stuff.
Right, it's like not effective.
It must be part of the sport.
I think everyone knows why they're there. Like, there's a winner, but like, we both are here because we really want to fucking twirl and flip with our lightsabers.
Yeah, but like anything, the competitive guys come in and ruin it, you know?
Oh,
Who starts fucking fencing with a lightsaber? It's like jujitsu and UFC.
You're ruining it.
This sucks.
Dude, stop trying to like break my arm. It's fucked up. They score points by striking target areas on their opponent's body, or while blocking and parrying to avoid getting hit. Lightsaber dueling now boasts regional and international competitors, with the Saber Legion in the US holding an annual championship that draws duelists from around the world. But transforming a movie fantasy into a sport hasn't been without drama. Lucasfilm has taken legal action against some lightsaber schools that use Star Wars branding without permission,
Oh, boy.
with a group called Lightsaber Academy getting hit with a lawsuit for using the word lightsaber and the Jedi Order logo in its marketing. Question for the audience more than anyone: if we enrolled in one of these tournaments, would you watch it? Dude, I would be so fucking. I'd be like,
just break the other guy's lightsaber.
Nah.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Padawan rat tail, and I'd have a lightsaber. I'd be like,
Padawan red.
Yeah, no one's got the full getup with the like belt and the robes and stuff.
Yeah, it's weird how it can go both directions. The more seriously someone takes it, the gayer it is. However, if you don't take it seriously enough, that's also gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sense a big brain episode coming on.
Oh shit, big brainin'.
Like if they were just dressed up in like gym shorts and stuff, but have a fucking lightsaber.
Yeah, that would be awful.
But you think this is a cool balance?
No, this is terrible. What is this Russian stuff appearing on screen?
Это творческая лаборатория, которая притягивает всех от спортсменов до
Dude, okay, but this is the choreograph. Look at her. That woman is supposed to be cleaning hotel rooms. And here she is. What?
Oh, look at how French that name is.
I hate it.
Is that French or is that Russian? It looks horrible.
Hold on, give me a second.
That's Russian. It's Russian. I see the bottom.
No, hold on.
See, the thing on the bottom is Russian.
It could be Russian. It could be Georgian.
Yeah, I just mean because I mean they're both very close languages. Still, regardless, it's awful. I hate it.
There's more girls here than I would have thought. How do you reckon you become like the biggest pussy getter in this scene?
The guy that is telling the news people about the club. He's the little leader.
You know, it teaches us discipline, community, it's athletic, a physical pursuit.
This is the kind of thing that like you do and you get really into when you're a kid, and then when you're 30, whenever you remember it, it makes you want to kill yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
At times 1,000 because you're also on the news talking about it. And then this clip is out there somewhere.
What examples do you have where you've done something like this?
That's what I'm saying. My brain has blanked it out, but I had the feeling. The feeling indoors, like my mind is protecting me from myself.
I used to, my buddy and I had like full-blown like ninja outfits, and we would like, I remember we snuck out and we played like Knockdown Ginger in our ninja outfits. So I'd be like, and then we'd and hide in the bushes and watch the person be like. And close the door. We'd be like,
yeah, ninjas.
That's right, buddy.
Ninjas.
We're ninjas.
No big deal.
Yeah. Well, hold on. So, what's the verdict? You think this is tight? This is cool?
Lightsaber fighting? No.
No.
Yes.
Yes. No. He's conflicted. He's conflicted on it.
Feelings.
Star Wars sucks, but what? This is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I don't know if I'm just having an off day, but
doesn't make you angry.
I feel like it should, but it just doesn't.
Do you see the Chad?
I feel like it should.
Do you see the Chad in the back riding the pony?
Yes.
Up next, Quidditch, aka
oh God, Quidditch.
Ball. How you feeling now, buddy?
Well, somehow Harry Potter fans are worse than Star Wars fans. So. Oh, they take this seriously. I like that, dude. You see that coming out of his ass.
Oh
Dude,
my God.
Minnesota Quidditch. Yeah, this makes me mad. They're taking it awful seriously. Oh, dude, look at it off the starting line.
To be fair, it's probably kind of hard to roll with a broom between your legs. And
Thrilling action.
Oh my god, that guy got tackled.
I mean, if you're a fucking retard.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Oh!
That's cool.
Yeah, do you know what? The problem with this is they have, like, proper sports outfits. I think this must be where, like, I don't have a huge amount of disdain for the Star Wars one, is because it's clearly people who know who they are and accept it. This feels like people who really, like, don't understand just how gay this is. What do you think, like, what kind of person gets attracted to this?
Definitely like a college dweeb sport. It's like ultimate.
I mean, that's where it
Frisbee.
started in colleges.
I was gonna say ultimate frisbee. Stop trying to make it a thing. It's fucking the gayest shit of all time. I don't care like how much. You know MKBHD, Marquez Brownlee, right? As a tech creator, I like him a lot. But when he's like, I'm also an ultimate frisbee champion. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not a real sport. You're not a real athlete. Your reviews are excellent. Let's not pretend.
Throwing a frisbee is pretty hard.
Yeah, but just because something's hard doesn't make it cool. This could be kind of hard, but it's still fucking lame.
It's like the same vibe though. It's like in shape theater kids in college.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
because
Trying to
they're
get
not-
out there and be physical.
Yeah, and because they're not like the real genetic puddles. I don't buy it. I like it.
Well, let's read the details.
Stick to your lane.
Stick to your
If you
lane.
ever wished you could play Harry Potter's Quidditch in real life, you're in luck. Quad ball. Is it really
Quad
called
ball?
quad ball?
We just want to get away from JK.
Hey, let's get out to the quad.
Oh god.
Hey, brother, see you on the quad.
Quad ball is the real-world version of Quidditch. Full contact, co-ed, and played on foot.
Uh-oh, co-ed.
That's
I like that.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Are you mandated a certain amount of women? Because they're going to bring the average performance of the team down.
I mean, it's true they will.
Hey, no fair.
I'm not being sexist. I am, but like in a justified way.
Your team only has 5
Justified.
girls.
What the hell, man?
We got fucking 10 ladies on our team.
You think
I mean, as long as it's justified.
Dude,
I mean, it's got to be.
like initially the interest is probably more there, you know, in being like an avid Harry Potter fan that would extend to ancillary hobbies like this. But actually getting out there and putting the uniform on, I don't know.
Dude, no conviction. These broads have no conviction.
It was invented in 2005 by students at Middlebury College, in Vermont, who figured
Yeah, of
out
course
how to
it's
play
Vermont.
Quidditch on foot with brooms between their legs.
Solve it.
What began as a college fantasy league quickly spread across campuses. Oh, I want to do that. And by the 2010s, Muggle Quidditch
Muggle
God
Quidditch.
had a formal rulebook, international teams, and tournaments around the globe. Yes, Muggle Quidditch is one of the names it was called before being renamed to Quad Ball. The change made in
Quad Ball.
2022 for a couple of reasons. First, Quidditch was trademarked by Warner Bros., meaning the leagues had trouble getting sponsorships and TV broadcasts when they didn't own the name.
Dude, America's not real. This doesn't happen anywhere else.
Second, the community wanted to distance itself from rolling.
What'd I say?
There it is.
What'd I say?
Yep.
Yeah, we just don't really stand with rolling on this one.
But quad ball is very fun.
We're
Quad
taking
ball.
it back. After controversial statements about transgender issues, she blatantly said, like, women can't play in men's quad ball leagues.
In men's quad ball leagues.
Oh boy.
The men can hold the broom way tighter between their thighs. I mean, I see why they would be upset by JK's statements on this.
U.S. Quidditch and the IQ.
Oh, apparently, by the way, Rowling was on the Epstein list. Apparently.
Oh
A
no.
officially adopted quad ball with a new name.
Oh my
referencing
God,
the
Ramen.
sport's 4 balls and 4 team positions. Oh, so
What
they're
the
just
hell is that?
plagiarizing.
Yeah, they just
Okay.
took something and called it something else.
Just
Yeah,
saw it
just
in
took something and
chat.
called something
Don't
else.
look in general,
Apparently,
Weaver. You're gonna be
teams
fucking
of 7
terrified.
players keep a broomstick between their legs at all times. There are 4 positions. 3 chasers who pass around a semi-deflated volleyball, the quaffle. 2 beaters who throw dodgeballs, bludgers, to disrupt the other team. A keeper guarding the hoops, and a seeker who chases the snitch. The snitch, wouldn't it be funny if the snitch was just a person?
I'll bet it's a fucking person.
In lieu of a winged golden ball is a tennis ball in a sock attached to the shorts of a neutral player, often a track athlete. He runs around trying not to get caught. Dude, I love that. They're like twice as fast as everyone else.
Yeah, an actual athlete.
Dude,
He's just
that's
trying to get some
super
training in.
funny.
Yeah.
Do they get to tuck it down their like shorts? When the Seeker grabs the sock, the game ends, scoring that team extra
Forky
points.
also
That's
apparently
way
added
easier
you
than
earlier,
catching a
saying the
real golden
largest
snake.
Legos that ever
You
made
gotta
is now a
think that,
Catholic
like,
church.
Games never make it to anything
Base.
apart from this guy getting caught.
Yeah, except they're all dweebs.
Based and appropriate
How long
build.
do you reckon you could like outrun a bunch of fucking losers for? Corgan, how long's a quad ball game?
40 minutes.
Dude, outrunning people chasing you like for 40 minutes is pretty. But it's only 2 people chasing you, right?
Yeah, so in fairness to them, that probably worked in the beginning, but now that you have like leagues and increasingly more competitive athletic players, you know, I wonder how they make this work.
Just start shoving the ball up their ass. You like that? Extracts the snitch.
The sport now boasts hundreds of teams in 40 countries and an international quad ball association, IQA, that oversees the
God.
World Cup. Aside from the name change saga, quad ball's existence is a bit controversial in that many onlookers just find it ridiculous.
Yeah, no kidding.
Videos often go viral for how silly it looks, but players embrace the absurdity while also emphasizing the athletic skill it requires. But outsiders to the sport all share the same sentiment. Why don't they just get rid of the stupid broomsticks? Yeah, I mean, I would find it less lame if they didn't do the broomstick thing.
I hope they die. Mermaiding. All right,
Oh,
one I can
mermaiding.
get behind. Am I right, boys?
I think there was a documentary about this on Netflix. My wife made me watch.
They keep them in Olympic swimming pools and their fins, their dorsal fins flop over. This is going to be some weird self-hatred, but I hate them even more for being British.
Of course you do. That's why you guys don't do anything fun. You have too much shame.
Yeah, if this was Americans, I would like find it more like fun and whimsical.
There definitely are a lot of Americans that do this.
Well, let's see what this is all about. If women were in charge of the Olympics, mermaiding would be the headlining event. Thank you, Corgan. Mermaiding is a water sport where athletes wear monofin mermaid tails and compete underwater, blending freediving, synchronized swimming, and
Women.
cosplay into
That's all
something
it needs to be
whimsical
said.
and physically intense. While it may look like fantasy roleplay, the sport requires serious athleticism and breath control. The competition scene emerged in the late 2010s and has grown rapidly. And by 2025, the Mermaid World Championship, informally dubbed the Merlympics, drew around 100 international competitors to Wolfsburg, Germany. Okay, I like that. Athletes compete in events that combine speed, skill, and performance, which include monofin sprints, underwater rescue drills, and artistic solo routines, judged on grace, creativity, and difficulty.
But swimming with a mermaid tail isn't easy, with high-end silicone fins weighing up to 44 pounds, adding resistance to every movement. Athletes need strong core and leg muscles to propel themselves, and the ability to hold their breath for over a minute while executing fluid, photogenic movements. The sport faces skepticism because while outsiders assume it's a stupid cosplay event, insiders stress its legitimacy, proving that sometimes people's passion outweighs self-esteem.
Anytime, like, young, attractive women do something, it gives it some sort of legitimacy that it doesn't deserve.
It's like, oh, they're into this.
Yeah, like, whether you like it or not, like, attractive women is like something that people find value in, right? Whereas if it was, like, fat, ugly women...
Can't put this in the video.
I'm not saying it's right. Don't shoot the messenger. Dude, tell me I'm wrong. If all those women were in terrible shape, you would think way worse of this. And that's on you. That's on Don.
I don't think there's anything wrong with this.
Yeah, I think it's because it's like attractive women, dude.
Maybe so.
I think you would give way less grace to them if they weren't attractive women.
Well, and to be like in shape and do this requires a whole lot of work and dedication.
Oh, and quad ball doesn't. Okay, buddy.
That makes...
I wonder what the difference is between the athletes.
Well, and it qualifies them for this niche job, pretending to be a mermaid at a Ren Fair, you know?
Oh, that's your angle. You just like Ren Fairs.
Yeah, I do like Ren Fairs, it's true.
The common threads between all of these sports is the people, like, having to desperately plead for others to take them seriously. And I feel like if you have to do that, your sport's already illegitimate.
I don't mind it.
What, this one?
Yep. Carry on.
Carry on.
Armored MMA.
Oh, yes.
Now we're fucking talking, dude.
That's right.
Yeah.
We love watching
Let's
this.
get a little armored MMA action going.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, I already have some notes. He's getting fucked up. Uh-oh. Suplex! Suplex! Ah, that's gonna be tough, picking up all that armor. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck him up. Oh, dude, yeah. That was sick.
Yeah,
His
this
head
gets a
was
pass.
like
Come on,
Oh, yeah,
nigga.
they're gonna. Yeah, they're gonna.
Don't be gay.
He'd have to be.
Oh,
you know?
dude, you don't want to get hit by a sword. I like, is his face exposed though?
Yeah, that's kind
Fucking amazing watching this.
of odd.
All right, this is awesome.
This
Yep.
is awesome. This is a good one.
The only thing I would say is like, don't make it in like an octagon.
Exact same thoughts. I think it gets at the same thing with the Quidditch thing with brooms, but you're dressed in soccer jerseys. Like, it's too 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
Like, go all the way or don't go all the way.
Yeah. You could
Like-
have different kind of like arenas too with different obstacles. Like imagine there's like something to hitch your horse to and some guys just like bam, bam, bam with someone else's head. Wouldn't that be fucking sick?
That'd be fucking sick.
Wouldn't that be fucking sick?
It's probably also kind of a safety thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You want to fall over on a canvas instead of mud.
Dude, they literally have shields and are smashing each other's heads.
Yes, they are.
Would you, if they had like real blood sports, would you watch it?
Yeah?
I might get there.
Boil the frog.
Oh.
Do you know
Boil the
what? Nowadays,
frog.
maybe I wouldn't. I think that comes with age. But 5 years ago, I would have watched Colosseum, like someone's fucking just having a sword shoved through them. I would have been like, "Ah!"
When I was a teenager, I was a pussy and didn't like UFC. It's too violent. Oh, I don't want to see someone bleed. This is human cockfighting.
Not every sport on the list is totally retarded. Thank you, Corgan. For example,
Thank you, Corgan.
MMA, in a bizarre mix of combat and LARPing, he knows us so well. I didn't even see the fucking start of the script, but it just led in perfectly from our feelings. In a bizarre mix of combat and LARPing, Armored MMA is a sport where fighters suit up like medieval knights and go full
Boom.
contact with steel weapons inside a cage. Think UFC meets the Renaissance Fair, except the swords are real, blunted but heavy, the
Yes.
injuries are real, and so are the knockouts. Back in 1966, UC Berkeley in California forms the SCA, the Society
Nice.
for Creative Anachronism. This included the creation of SCA Armored Combat, with sparring matches happening outside in medieval armor with weapons. But instead of fighting outside in the grass like a bunch of nerds, founders Mickey Callis and Kelsey Letter added legitimacy to this hobby by creating Armored MMA, a league that tours the country, staging...
Oh, I just realized the founders were two people that fell in love during college. You see that? You notice that? They were two people that fell in love.
Gross.
They're two people that fell in love. Oh boy.
Gross. Not allowed.
A man and woman on the battlefield finding love. Wow.
That goes against all of my porkish
Used to draw
sensibilities.
caricatures at fairs for money.
Yes,
and
it does.
Didn't have anything good or
You'll have to
reasonable
like
spend money on, so I bought
bathe
the
yourself in bacon
suit of
oil
armor
tonight or
that we
something.
sometimes use in our
to,
ads,
you know,
and
fix it.
I would daydream about taking it. And
Also,
being
thanks to my diligence, Gene, I have unlocked flying on just about every part of the map.
hands,
Nice.
as you can imagine, like break their fucking
Yes.
fingers. But I do like watching it on YouTube.
It literally looks like playing Chivalry.
Yeah. Fighters wear 60 plus pounds of armor and swing axes like baseball bats. Matches can end in knockouts with injuries like concussions,
Dark Souls
broken
PvP
bones,
in
and
real life.
dislocations not being
Yeah.
rare. Because of this, new safety regulations are continuously introduced, lame, with one infamous SCA fight involving a man named Simon Rorick, whose helmet flew off mid-match,
Ooh.
leading to him taking a steel axe to the fucking head,
Ooh.
resulting in an 8mm skull fracture, a
Damn.
full-sized fragment being pressed into his
Face.
brain and 14
Jesus.
staples. This led to a mandatory gear upgrade now called the Simon Strap, which is now
Oh.
mandatory in armored combat sports.
Now you
like
have to
Armored
have that
MMA.
now because of that happening.
It sucks for that guy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Man, I wonder how bad the replay was.
Yeah, but his ancestors are like, yes.
Well, the helmet goes off, and then he's
Good job, boy.
The guy's just like,
I was caught up.
I will never get this opportunity again.
Outside the cage, fighters are history buffs, DIY armor geeks who hug after matches and trade kit tips. Some dismiss it as LARPing, but insiders stress this is no stage show. And despite the autistic historical LARPing, it's the only proof you ever need that boys rule.
You know what? What makes this sweet that none of the other stuff has is like, you really have to have some bottle to do this.
Yeah, I wouldn't do this. No fucking way.
I would do it once.
You think so?
Once.
Just once. Dude, this would be way better than YouTuber boxing.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Except I guess you want to see the face of the person. You want to see like fucking Matt Pat's nose explode. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, if they could somehow figure out.
Hey,
that
it's just a
camera inside
theory,
the
a
helmet.
game
Yeah.
theory.
Like, ooh.
Yeah, it's just a punch. A brain punch.
That's right.
Like those weird fisheye lens things that point at
Yeah.
people's
You
faces.
just give everyone the beak helmet and put a camera in there.
Just watch Moist Critical's fucking forehead split open. Dude, I'd fight him.
Yeah.
Isn't he like 3 foot tall? I'd fucking fight him.
He's very short.
Here you go, Weeb.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
Just for you, buddy, right in
horsing.
general.
Dude, this was the genesis of this video.
Oh, shit.
Kind of impressed, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know you had to do high jumps.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Look at the edit. Like, when it's
They
like
got a
12-year-old
little
girl, you're
horsies?
kind of, that's cute. But when it's a full-grown woman, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like, can you imagine having to unpack whatever mental health issues that girl with the red hair?
Weeb, how do you feel about these horse girls?
I don't like it.
They can jump,
They did the
damn.
side trot, you know, and horses are like...
That chick's fat.
Oh, the emotions! That was first place, fucking crying her eyes out. Wow, Finland.
Hobby
Oh, it's
horsing is
Finland.
where girls of all ages gallop around with toy horses
Hobby
between their
horsing.
legs, pretending to jump fences.
That's
and
a girl?
perform
That looks like a
dressage
dude.
routines. And somehow it's a real competition.
That is a
The
dude.
trend started in Finland in the early 2010s when teen girls turned.
These are the people that started
Team
it?
Go Squad.
Oh, Jesus.
A childhood game into a full-on subculture.
Oh,
they formed
God.
clubs, shared videos online, and began organizing meets. And by 2022, Finland's annual Hobby Horse
Oh, my
Championship
God.
drew over 2,000 competitors, earning a Guinness World Record. That's probably like every girl in Finland.
Yeah, like, you have to respect the autism. Distilled into one tiny little ferocious nation. You can tell why these people fought off the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
They're weaponizing it in a different direction
They're
now.
just waiting for an outlet to focus the beam. It's not all spread out, you know?
That's right.
The main event includes show jumping, leaping over actual hurdles while pretending to ride, and dressage, performing choreographed footwork routines to music. Some girls jump over 4.5 feet on foot.
There's even judging for horse design, with a high-end hobby horse being worth hundreds of euros. That's not very much money. Hundreds of euros.
Yeah, this is your life.
This is your life.
Riders even create whole backstories for their steeds, names, breeds,
Oh,
even
okay.
imaginary
Yep, there we go.
lines. While this all might sound like playtime, the athleticism is real. Some events have made their way to Sweden, Germany,
Oh, no.
the UK, and the US, including hobby horse classes at state fairs. The
Oh,
British
no.
Show Pony Society even added a hobby horse class in 2024.
Wow.
Naturally, the internet is dunked on hobby horsing with viral clips labeled "Most Autistic Sport Ever"
Yep.
or "Peak Gen Z."
Peak
These
Gen
girls
Z.
know how ridiculous it looks, and they absolutely do not care.
So that's what I mean. They all agreed, like, this is a space as Finns where we can not have shame, you know?
Every space they occupy is autistic. Have you seen the bus stop pictures?
No.
Look at that.
Oh, man.
That looks nice.
You think so?
Yeah! You get your own space, everyone knows what's going on, there's no rabble-rabble.
Man, it's hard enough to make friends as it is.
Are you making lots of friends at the bus stop?
No. Well,
Oh,
I'm
you
not-
just mean indicative of the culture?
Yeah, I'm not making any friends, and this would be mega hard to make friends.
Well, that's why they have a huge alcoholism problem and kill
Yeah.
themselves at one of the highest rates. Because, like, it's the only way they know how to socialize with each other, and if they don't do that...
They kill themselves.
Yeah, and if they do that, they also kill themselves.
Ah.
Because they get really drunk and sad and kill themselves.
Yeah. How do you think this happened?
How did the
Why-
autism happen?
Yeah, why is the culture like this?
It's gotta be like where they live.
Just because it's cold?
I mean...
Just because it's
Cold and
cold.
snowy? The Russians aren't like this.
Russians are alcoholics that kill themselves all the time.
Yeah, but they don't stand like this.
Russians are definitely more orky.
Yeah, they've got very forward, handsy men, right? Whereas I think of a Finnish guy as like very autistic and polite.
Kinda. Again, when they get drunk, they get very aggressive and rowdy.
Aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of
Orcish,
repression.
some might say.
Oh, God bless him.
Grr,
You need
grr,
the
grr,
outlet.
grr, grr, grr,
You're
aggressive.
behind hobby horsing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not supporting United States hobby horsing, but you know, if the sad little Finnish people want to do this, fair enough.
Right, well, that's all the autistic sports we have for this week.
Way to end on
And
a
if there are
banger
any
with
we
that
missed, tell us
horrible
in the
one.
comments. And now maybe you'll shut the fuck up and let us make many Warhammer videos as we want.
As many Warhammer.
Excellent reading. 10 out of 10. Don't need to do it again.
And if you want more videos on autistic interests,
Alright,
click.
next. Here we go. The Demon Queen still refuses to give the beat.
This is Liam,
a lone adventurer that does many odd jobs and quests to make ends meet. He also enjoys spending most of his time in the demon realm for the sole purpose of visiting a certain demon queen.
Oh boy.
G'day, Miss Sonia. I see you're in good spirits as always.
Kindly take this fight more seriously, mortal.
They had
sex later. Great. All right, here we go, Weeb.
I build.
This is the Space Marine issues. Their gimmicks. I build things. Imperial Fist. I build things.
Things. I burn things. I am fast. I'm faster. I'm good at keeping secrets. I'm good at fixing computers. I'm good at, well, basically everything. I steal things. I kill people. I'm an alcoholic. I steal things and kill people, and I'm an alcoholic, and I perform back alley abortions.
Marine's benevolent.
Convince people to put their pets down when they're perfectly healthy, and I'm black.
I'm black.
White. I'm Irish.
I'm Irish.
Racist. Honestly, I belong in a mental institution. There's so much wrong with me. Don't even get me started. I'm a disgusting mutant with big meaty claws. I have phenomenal psychic abilities.
Very nice.
I have significantly less impressive psychic abilities, but they're still there. You want to watch me move that rock?
Yeah.
Want to watch me do it again?
And I take hookers back to my place.
He's still talking.
Phones, and I call in bomb threats to children's athletics organizations. And I shoplift from local stores. Thus
All right,
jacking up their
Marines
insurance
love
prices and forcing them into bankruptcy, depriving low-income communities of affordable groceries. And I'm fabulous. I'm kind of boring. I'm depressed. I am going to fucking kill you. And I groom teenagers on Discord. And I make people take their pants off and do a little dance in exchange for money. And I leave negative reviews on Letterboxd for movies I haven't seen. And I pretend not to hear people and get them to repeat themselves and then say, yeah, I heard you, and I scam the elderly, and I was in charge of budgeting One Punch Man seasons 2 and 3, and I shot a man in Reno just to see him die, and I go into people's houses at night and wreck up the place, and I sell counterfeit watches on street corners, and I was a highwayman along the coach roads I did ride with sword and pistol by my side, and many a young maid lost her bubbles to my trade, and many a soldier shed his life's blood on my blade, and the bastards hung me in the spring of 25, but I'm still alive.
Well, stunning.
I'd be terribly embarrassed if I was that boy's father.
Yes.
What are you all looking at me for?
Because the Marines alone are supposed to be the Space Marine chapter.
Do you ever look at your
Here we go.
No.
It's our good old sleep paralysis demon friend. Skyrim's most British quest. A dangerous best friend. Here we go.
Oh. On inside your head.
Time is meaningless to an immortal such as myself. This prison of fur cannot hold me forever.
Greetings, travelers, and welcome to another Daedric quest. And if you're a longtime Skyrim abuser such as myself, the simple mention of a dog might be enough for you to know exactly which quest we're going to be covering today. A Daedra's best
What's the
friend,
dog doing?
where we follow the story of
What the
Barnabas's
pork
journey to be
doing?
reunited with his owner. And his owner is none other than Clavicus Vile, prince of trickery and bargains, master of insidious wishes, and child god of the Morning Star. And after playing this quest for the first time in several years, I completely forgot that a Daedra's best friend may be a bit simple in gameplay, but where it really shines is what I believe to be two of the most interesting voice acting roles this game has to offer. So let's get this carriage moving already.
Why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home?
Once you hit level 10 on your adventures, the next time you visit Falkreath, you might either hear a guard or Laud the blacksmith mention something about a missing dog.
Did you see a hound on the road? Fine, strong creature that's been wandering near town.
When I told Laud that the gate guard had mentioned a stray dog, he tells me that he asked the gate guards to look for it, but if they move, who's gonna stand here and occasionally berate me about my fucking sweet roll that got stolen? Anyway, Laud needs help looking for this dog because he wants a fierce and loyal companion to keep him company. And in a bleak, quiet town like Falkreath, where all the sights to see are the expansive graveyards and the buildings that are themed around the death that seems to shroud this lonely hold, let's go find a puppy. One thing that did lighten the mood was the fact that I haven't been to Falkreath in a while, and I guess the reimagined cities mods I have been fighting with each other, and the closer I got to the gate, the more f***ed up everything looked. Hey, it's not Skyrim if it hasn't been ravaged by mods, baby. That's what we like to see. Go Mets.
Yeah.
I go far past the gate leading out of Falkreath before I'm stopped by the dog in question. Boy, that sure looks like a fierce and loyal companion to me. What's he gonna do? Sit on the couch like a human? Either way, he starts speaking to me, and it's the most joy a Skyrim voice has given me in years.
You are exactly what I was looking for.
This, my friends, is the wonderful and talented voice of Stephen Russell, who not only voiced Barbas, but Clavicus Vile, Bellathor, Dirtbag Mercer Frey, Touch Too Much Ericer, many other secondary side roles, and this specific Boethia cultist from my Boethia's Calling video.
Among Us.
I just wanted to give this man a little bit of recognition because he's basically the backbone of the spirit in all kinds of Skyrim quests, and his voices are just almost SpongeBob levels of nostalgia for me. And I feel like his voice acting expertise really shined through on this quest. He got to play around with some goofy voices and even spoke what I believe is the only self-aware line of dialogue in all of Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim is now host to giant flying lizards and two-legged cat men. And you're surprised by me?
So anyways, the dog introduces himself as Barbas and decides to cut to the chase, telling me he has a problem he needs to help him
Ramen
sort out.
likes to eat watermelon.
Wow. Probably.
Twice a day, dude.
Probably.
And not even on sacred holidays.
He was quick to drop some hints that we weren't just talking about some neglectful dog owner.
Why are you encouraging him, Gene?
I like to watch the world burn.
All right, chat. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Stream's over. I'm going to bed. Gene did this. You can blame him, everyone. You can blame him.
The dog's talking.
You're talking.
I am.
But am I listening? That's the real question, Gene.
Or shit. Well, you're in the kitchen or bathroom, so no.
And I'm pretty sure because of a combat mod I have,
I'm not.
Barbas starts
I don't know what you're
dusting me,
echoing
even
then.
though he's barely walking, while I'm here fighting for my life against my own stamina bar. And I still don't really know what's wrong with my Skyrim because all the mods are just waging war in my load order. But I'm always seeing confusing shit like this vampire that's slightly late to a meeting.
I have to go to work.
After
I have to go to
and
work.
disappear, never to be seen again, my attention is drawn to where Barbas has ended up. He's somewhere in here, in this fucking blender of meat and swords. But thanks to this valiant hero whose head I almost took off in my blind rage, Talsgar the Wandering Bard stepped in to help me put an end to the actual piece of shit bandits that were sitting around until they just said, hey, you know what, Jeb? I'm gonna go stab that dog. Then as we're getting ready to hit the road, again, the business vampire reappears even more late for his meeting. And after narrowly avoiding death that would set me back about 20 minutes of, I realized I've already been to Haymar's Shame and I can just fast travel there. So let's do that. This is about the time that I realized I haven't used the Arquebus in a very long time. And it's been a couple videos since I did a little dungeon clearing montage. So I got my sawed off out. Now watch this.
Oh shit. Nice. Got him.
Ah!
Damn. He's fine, guys.
So we made it to the shrine. Barbas is covered in the blood of his enemies, and I'm not gonna be able to sleep at night after seeing all the people I just turned into pink mist. Now all that's left to do is stand uncomfortably close to the shrine of Clavicus Vile, so much so that I'm basically standing on top of the imperial woman they sacrificed, and take in the most ridiculous voice in all of Skyrim.
By all means, let's hear it. It's the least I could do since you already helped me grant one final wish for my last worshippers. So, what's your heart's desire? What kind of deal can we strike?
First, right, I want to be able to walk around.
He sounds so British, he does.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Without a bloke carrying a machete telling me to give him me suit that makes me look like the floor of a Las Vegas casino. Nah, just kidding, Brits. I love you guys. You keep me entertained. I look forward to the fat American comments. Beans on toast. We're getting off topic. So immediately Clavicus Vile starts trying to strike a bargain with me, and I have a couple options. I can say I'm just here to reunite him with his dog, bring an end to a possibly years-long civil war that has been plaguing the land of Skyrim, or I can ask for the power to crush all before me. I picked that one because I like feeling big and strong. But that's when Clavicus Vile humbled me.
You're a dragonborn. You already have more power than most people who aren't immense fire-breathing monsters.
He also says that as much as he hates to admit it, I'm almost as powerful as he is in his current state, where half of his power still resides within Barbas. And that thought kind of upset him, so now he's ready to strike the ultimate deal of manipulation.
There's an axe. An incredibly powerful axe. An axe powerful enough for me.
Just fucking say it already!
If you bring it to me, I'll grant you my boon. No strings attached, no messy surprises.
No strings attached, no messy surprises.
Yeah, okay.
No sign up, no credit card, no bullshit. 60-year-old women in your area want to... Sorry. Clavicus Vile was just talking about something that reminded me of something else. So the job is simple. Clavicus Vile wants me to go to Rime Rock Barrow with Barbas in order to collect the all-powerful axe that he speaks of. And if Barbas leads me there and we successfully collect it, Barbas will earn his spot back at Clavicus' side. After our conversation with Clavicus, we can then turn to Barbas, who will tell us a little bit of history behind this axe, and this one's pretty short but sweet. There was once a wizard named... Oh my god, that one's hard. Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh god, no.
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Please answer my DMs.
Selena Gomez, please answer my DMs. Wow.
Exactly.
Named Sebastian Lort, who had a daughter who worshipped Hercene. And it sounds like she did a bit too much worshipping, because one day Sebastian's daughter had transformed into a horrifying werewolf, and this sent Sebastian over the edge. Not being able to handle the sight of his daughter in such a beastly form, he came to Clavicus Vile, pleading to strike a deal that would end his daughter's curse. Clavicus's response, he gave him the Rueful Axe. There's only one way out of this one, folks. So now we know where it came from and where it currently is. Let's head out to Rime Rock Barrow and close this deal. The journey there was pretty chill. We had a minor hiccup with the cultists of Mirak trying to bait me into the Dragonborn DLC, but it's not gonna happen.
Trying to bait me.
Once we found the entrance and went inside, it wasn't as much of another dungeon crawl as I was expecting, because, not gonna lie, that gets kinda old. But I just realized while writing this script that there is a fire guarding the entrance, and the wizard who one-tapped my ass a couple times is Sebastian Lort. And with no werewolf in sight, sounds like he had the nuts to finish the job. And honestly, hats off to this unsung hero. He may have just been another moving meat pile for us to kill on another Daedric mission, but lore-wise, this dude went through some tough shit, and he still went out in a literal fiery blaze of glory. Barbas started having some sort of anxiety attack on the little railing. I took the Rueful Axe off the table, and that's our final objective. Let's head back to Clavicus to seal the deal.
Ah, you've got the axe. And my dog. Splendid.
Now again, I asked for power earlier. This is a powerful axe. Powerful enough to kill a werewolf at least. And Clavicus just starts getting cheesy, talking about, I suppose I can let you keep it.
Only if you use the axe to kill Barbas. Simple as that.
You are exactly what I was looking for.
Wow.
When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on it.
Can I borrow $5?
Mr. Vile.
Can I borrow $5?
Can I borrow $5?
Your offer.
You're no fun at all.
After all that, I turn around and Barbas is nowhere in sight. He's finally reunited with Clavicus, and it seems like Vile's happy to see him again, for one reason or another.
There's a whole world just waiting for me!
And I don't know how I've never noticed this in all the years I've played Skyrim, but after the portal opens up in front of the shrine, Barbas becomes a part of the statue next to Clavicus. That's a really fucking cool detail in my opinion. But there's still one thing left. My wish.
Power, was it? You can be part of a tremendous power. All you have to do is let your soul be absorbed by this axe. I've never said it would be your power. Oh, fine. Have my boon and be done with it. Got more interesting deals to make anyway.
I'm just gonna say, as a Daedric prince who just reclaimed the second half of his power, You kind of bitched out on that one, didn't you? Either way, we got our gift that all of this was about. The Mask of Clavicus Vile.
Ooh.
Spelled in the way of the beans on toast people.
Yep.
Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Another Daedric quest down and another 2 artifacts on the wall. Give me a...
What the dog doing?
In
the dog
comments
doing?
If you made it this far. And
the
if you want
dog
to see
doing?
more content like this, please consider hitting like, subscribe, and maybe even share it with a friend so I can quit my job and play dress up full time. And finally, thank you so much to all the people who continue to support me while I take even longer to make videos in between busting my ass in the kitchen every day. Watch the skies, tell someone you love them, and I hope to speak with all of you again very soon.
There we go. Next. Here we go. Which one will you fight for? Here we go.
Mature dark elf witch baddie with a wolf cut.
With a wolf cut.
Calls you sweet boy/girl in a soothing motherly voice. Warning, this is extremely effective manipulation strategy. Evil. Gives you boons and powers with dark forbidden magics.
Okay.
Will not let you die should you fall in battle. Necromancy.
Okay.
Oh, my poor sweet boy. I'm always here for you.
I am afraid I must beseech your aid.
Warrior king who fights in the front lines.
Yeah.
Has saved your village from bandits once and remembers you personally. Rewards you with knighthood or even a whole chunk of land for your services. Personally leads the charge in battle. An excellent sovereign in most metrics except peace. Promises his daughter to your hand. Though she's the fairest princess of the realms, she's incredibly crazy.
Oh, great.
Acceptable.
See, that's not the
You're
last one.
going?
Oh, God.
Come back in time for supper, all right? Please? The village childhood friend who grew up with you.
Oh, boy.
Knows you better than yourself. All the food you loved and
Yep,
all the
she's gotta
hobbies you
win.
enjoy and accepts all. Has an obvious crush with you, but never got the chance to tell you. Does not offer you any reward, nor give you
Question
any
mark.
boons save for her sincere tears.
Oh, boy.
I'll take your entire stock.
Alright, Hive Scum, expectations versus reality.
Disrupting the quiet of my lovely dank sewer. I'm going to hit you with my big club and cook you into a filthy brown stew. Yes, a filthy brown stew. Cooking an officer of the Lex into a filthy brown stew? Mandated edict, half a year in the blocks. I know that doesn't sound like very much, but we have a prison overcrowding crisis. It's not a glamorous issue, I know, but I personally think that basic infrastructure is the bedrock of our society. Shut up, Gaylord.
Yeah, shut up, fag.
To admit that. Yes, well, he might have got me, but you know what else he's going to get? Super mega space aids when our Hive Scum injects him with a used needle. Blood, get over here. Put that sucker down extrajudicially.
Oh, God, that's the Hive Scum.
Change for bus ticket.
Hey, man, you gotta change for a bus ticket.
No.
No.
I need to get home to see my folks, man. Come on. Don't be negative.
Oh, well, I'd give it to you if I had any, but I'm card only these days, you know.
Smart.
Sorry.
That's alright, man. That's alright, man. God bless you. God bless you. Hey, you got a cigarette?
Hey, guys, cigarettes.
No, sorry, I don't smoke.
That's okay, man. You got a light?
I just said
I just said I don't smoke. Yeah, I don't smoke. So.
Yeah, I don't smoke. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
That's okay, man. That's fine. Thank you anyway, man. You got any money? I'm real hungry, man.
It's a Porky class if I've ever seen one.
And I haven't eaten in days.
Oh, well, I have a packed lunch. You can have one of my sandwiches.
What the fuck, man? I don't want no fucking sandwich. Now give me some fucking money.
Hey, you asshole, you just said you were hungry.
You could have poisoned that shit, man.
It was part of my lunch. I was going to eat it.
Fuck you, man. I spit on you. Pfft.
To his spit.
Oh, dude. Now you gotta fuck him up.
No, it's mine.
It's mine. The slap fighting. Help police.
What seems to be the problem here, gentlemen? This fucking junkie ruined my favorite sandwich. Sandwich ruining mandated edict. 15 years.
Here's the blocks.
Just turn around and put your hands behind your back for me. What? You're being arrested right now for unlawful battery to a sandwich.
No, I'm not, man. Fuck you.
Sir, please.
Slapping.
Stop resisting.
Slapping.
I'm not.
Stop moving or you're gonna get tased.
Fuck you, man.
Fuck you.
Shots fired, shots fired. What I ascertained to be a firearm was actually a half-eaten Fig Newton that had been modified into a sharp point. False alarm. Anyway, where were we? I'll cooperate.
Wow, would you look at that? The system works.
Yes! And all we have to do is
Kill more drug addicts. Judge Dredd face. Give it a thumbs up. Now here we go, Weeb. Ready for this? This was made by Tex. He made a Black Knight Star Heroes cartoon, a Battletech fan cartoon.
Oh shit.
For a charity. Here we go.
Can you imagine 40K body cam arrests? Oh, there'd be a lot of gore.
Yeah, there would be. Up, there's Tex. Black Knight Star Heroes. Whoa, shit.
What a great time for this song to come on my playlist. Flash! Ah! Savior of the universe!
Boom. Aw, shit. Nice. Boom. The modeling of the robots, by the way, well, the mechs, obviously. That reminds me of Gundam SD mixed with, like, Zoids. A disco ball. Oh, nice.
Zap 'em!
Oh. Dead. Shoot here. Boom. Boom. Oh shit. Ooh. Arm got fucked up.
Hold the line!
Oh, nice. Got him. Starring Rudolph P. Checkers as John A. Almo, Mike Crow Corwin as John T. Public, Dingus the Bear as John J. Barrington, Trench Forge as Sergeant Duke, Hertz Fargo as oh my god, the 24th Mission Control, Dr. White, Stormstrong, Girl Boss BB, Maestro, The Agency, Lucas Labs as Major Anne of Many Tales. Oh, she's a fucking kitsune. Arc Overlord. TMZ Constantine as nice. Strong woman.
Yeah.
Cleaner. Space Hurricane Afterburner 1987. Bow, bow. Got him. Oh shit.
Fuck yeah. Do you have Mech Warrior, Skinner?
I don't think I do.
Let me see. Let me see here. Let me see. Stop yelling at me, Gene. Gene, stop. Oh my god. I'm looking. Guys, do you hear this? He's just like berating me.
He only hears it in his head chat. As God intended for my powers.
Hate you.
I
hate you!
That was really good animation. I liked it.
Yeah.
Alright, we have 2 more videos, then we're done for the
Howdy
night.
there.
Hi, Tex.
If you liked this cartoon, consider paying the man who drew it. I did, and he's worth it. And even if you thought it's bad, we'd appreciate
Did a good job, Tex.
kicking into charity up there in the corner. Thank you. Animation end.
Animation end. Links and stuff on the
Animation
number, but...
Or.
Alright, here we go. First off, bonding with the Catwoman in Animal Crossing.
What
Titties.
exactly are you doing laying on the floor, peasant?
Wow.
Is your highness not acquainted with the concept of rest?
Not if it's on the floor like a damn beast.
Well, I guess beasts have it good then. Why not try it? The grass is nice and fresh. So, how is it?
Acceptable.
Titties.
Such high standards.
Why? Why did you move to this barren place, peasant?
I bought the wrong plane ticket.
Quit joking.
Adult life was
I'm
too
not.
much. Needed a new start to see.
It'd be funny if he's like, I'm really not.
Things are still challenging, but they are meaningful. I'm such a coward, aren't I?
For running away? I have no right to call you that.
I received a
I'm
gift.
The same, after all.
I see.
No.
But this is
I
no
received
weather
a
for
gift.
such talk. Let's enjoy
You're
the sun
lying.
and breeze some
One new
more.
gift. A
Your
gift from
Highness.
Weeb. Mech Warriors
You're right
5.
for once,
Mercenaries.
peasant.
Accept gift. Has been added to your account. There we go. Fantastic. I'll have to download it in the SSD then. Oh god, here we go.
Yes.
The last video for tonight is about Weeb's favorite place, Ireland. The demonic invasion of Ireland. A Trench Crusader story. I claim this land in the name of Satan. Here we go. Wait for
Well,
it.
Seamus, the unthinkable has happened. It seems the forces of hell have been visited upon our fair shores. Aye, Callan. Looks that way like. And on such a fine day as this and all. It's an awful shame. I suppose the fault lies with me. I was 5 minutes late to Mass yesterday. On a holy day of obligation and all. Aye. You've doomed us all, most like. Well, nothing for it, I suppose. We'll have to confront these here evildoers, or we'll be the laughing stock of the town. Aye. Nothing for it. Hello there, sir. Fine day for it. Aye, fine day.
Folklore.
And this would be your demonic invasion force, I take it. Aye. Quite the force.
Yes. Yes, I make sure I will, Bob.
This is Seamus.
Thanks, buddy.
We've been charged with the defense of this particular bit of coastline from demonic incursions and so forth.
Aye. That we have.
A fine bit of coastline it is too.
Aye. Fine bit of coast.
Well, not so good for fishing now.
They're so painfully Irish.
No, no good for fishing at all.
Very good for dulse, though, I will say.
More of a barnacle man myself.
Not a fan of the old dulse, are you, Seamus?
Salty Karen. Salty.
The salty Karen.
Well, dulse would be up to about £5 a bag now.
The old inflation.
I would say we get about 1,000 bags of it a year.
On a good year, like.
We'd out about half of that, I'd say.
Very tasty snack it is, according to some.
So if you were to deprive us of this particular bit of coast as a base of operations for your further invasion of our fine country, we'd be out to the tune of about £2,500 a year, minus material and logistics costs.
Is that a lot? It seems like it's not a lot.
Ah, well, it's not nothing now.
Here, chunk of change.
But if I were you, I'd have a word with our customs man, see what he has to say. Seamus, you go away now and fetch the customs man.
Well, I.
What a mistake the demon made invading Ireland, right, Weeb?
Yeah, right.
Life like in the open sea these days. Aye, suffering on. All we can do, I suppose. Yeah, I was a merchant man, you know. I took Pachine between Innistrahal and Iona. Could make the journey in about 3 hours flat.
Doesn't seem like there'd be much money in that.
Ah, well, it was mostly to get him out to the house. You know, stretch his legs a weekend.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Aye, so it is. Ah, look, there's our father now. All right, Callan. All right, Mr. Demon Fella. All right. Now, Mr. Demon Fella, I understand that you want to know how much your occupancy of this particular bit of
Can you pause it
coastline
real quick?
would
I gotta
cost.
take off my hoodie and I don't want to miss it.
Yep.
Give me a second.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, I'm back. Hopefully you didn't hear my girl scream.
Economic warfare.
I might have. I might have.
God damn it.
So as to make your invasion of the rest of our island an easier job for yourself and your demonic legions of Hades.
More or less, yeah.
Right, well, I can tell you now, it's not going to make a bit of difference. For we've just had that canal dug up from Loch Rammer up by way of Bornabaca Marine. I thought it was routing through Ardmocullagh and Trachel. Aye, but it got rerouted on account of the sheep farm up at Ballymunsborough, Loughlin. Old Moira got her hackles up above Moira from Clyra. Oh, no, you're thinking of Moira from Jamoira.
Aye. The one with the big hair.
No, that's young Moira from Jamoira. This is old Moira from Jamoira. Lost her husband last winter. Aye.
A loud thing that. We light a wee candle for her at mess.
Aye, we will so.
Guys?
Oh, aye. Well, there's nothing you can do here, Mr. Demon Fella. You'll have to take your business elsewhere. Maybe try up north, see how they're doing.
Alright, I guess I'll see you later then.
Grand so. Aye, be seeing you.
Nah, no, you.
Well, nice enough lad, that Mr. Demon Fella. Aye, good manners on him. Fuck off!
Fuck off! He just has a...
I've heard they speak a different language there. I have sailed these demonic hosts for 5 millennia. The gift of tongues comes natural to me. Dear wits, folklore is so animum. Let's see here.
Hey, that was pretty good, but actually when you said folklore isma animdom, you don't need the mo. Just folklore is animdom.
Oh, you speak English?
Nah, just that first sentence and this one explaining it.
God damn
it. Because they do speak Gaelic in parts of fucking Ireland.
And only Gaelic.
Yeah, they have not changed.
Cadrish?
Boss, I'm starting to think this excursion has been a waste of time. Or maybe we should just sail back to the...
Listen to me. If we go back to Satan empty-handed, he's going to rip my soul out through my anus. You've never seen a man get his soul ripped out through his anus?
No?
Fucking hell.
Definitely
No.
not.
Good. Then we're going to conquer this dumb, stupid, rainy grey island if it kills us. And we have to go to double hell, and we have to serve double Satan for all eternity.
There's a double Satan?
Yes. I shall elaborate.
Yes, but I shall elaborate no further. Oh my god.
My god.
Excuse me, fair sir. Is this Ireland? What's wrong? What did I say?
Do you no see that massive flag?
Oh. He's in Scotland?
Oh.
Ah, this is Scotland, you great behornet boyhead.
Well, what's the difference?
Alright, pull up a couple of chairs. This is going to take a while. Can I use the bathroom first? No.
No.
Well, Seamus, it seems that the demonic threat against our fair homeland has abated. Aye, looks that way. But we must always be on the lookout for invaders, as is our solemn charge. Aye.
Charge.
A fine showing from your lads down there, Patrick.
Yes, Lord, I'm quite proud of them.
But St. Patrick wasn't Irish. He was fucking Italian.
Yes, the dogged islanders of plucky Montserrat.
Yes, indeed.
What?
Where?
Where?
Montserrat. You know, the island of your patronage.
Lord, my patronage is Ireland. I don't know where Montserrat is.
Oh.
I've never heard of it.
Haven't they been praying for your intercession?
Well, this would be the first I'm hearing of it.
Well, we should probably check on them.
Oh.
You should probably send a flood.
I should probably send a flood. Good call.
Alright. There we
Yeah.
go.
Good call.
I thought you'd like that to end on. About the Irish. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining us for this Fans of Fiction. Be sure to play the movie caption contest. Do that. Be sure to like the stream. We'll see you tomorrow in the afternoon. Me and we were gonna play some Species Unknown on this channel at 1. I gotta make up a new character for that. Gonna go right in with him in the level 1s. We'll go through and do it. We'll both survive or die. We'll find out. So we will see you guys tomorrow at 1 for that. And then obviously it's Case of the Mondays at 8:30 p.m. back here too. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Love you guys so much. Bye-bye.
Bananas.
I haven't ended the stream yet.